You are listening to The Decision Reel, brought to you by Bright Eyes Entertainment.
This week on another action-packed episode of The Decision Reel, featuring Steve, featuring George, and featuring myself, your host, Brent Latham. This week we go over
The Lost Boys.
Ooh, I liked it.
Is it all right?
I kind of improvised it.
We're
that
trying.
was great, man.
Yeah.
That's your wedding DJ voice.
Yeah, it is.
That was good, man.
That is. It's so cheesy.
I love it.
I love it. I'll embrace the cheese.
That's what we do here. The cheese.
We embrace the cheese.
Yeah,
And,
real melty.
and this week with the Lost Boys, there was some cheese to embrace.
This one was a sharp cheddar for
The sharpest,
Sharpest.
funky cheddar.
I don't fucking care.
It was like a nice Irish cheddar.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
that because it's sharp, but it's still like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm in it. Yeah.
Creamy.
I want it. It's real cheesy. I'm gonna need a cracker, but
Right.
I want it.
I'm going to say right off the bat, I love and hate this movie at the same time.
That is astute.
Yep.
And you know why I love it? You're looking at it right there. I have the giant poster of it framed in glass staring at us while we do this.
It's a little extra, but okay.
I mean, it is.
I don't care. It's a good poster.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it's a great movie film poster. Still trying to. I still can't remember the guy's name that plays the lead. Who plays Michael?
Kiefer?
No.
Jason Patrick.
Jason Patrick. You know you're an actor when you have two first names.
Right. That's a good one.
Yeah, for sure. And then you have Kiefer Sutherland and
Good old Reefer.
and then the Frog Brothers, which coincidentally aren't on the poster.
You're right.
And
Corey, I feel like Corey Haim is the main character of this movie.
for sure.
Oh,
Right?
he's also the worst actor in this whole movie.
Oh, dude, he was a terrible actor his whole life.
Terrible. Like, what? Weird, you know?
I didn't think he was like, oh my God, bad.
Do
But
you need
yeah,
me to pull up some clips?
Oh, no, no,
Because
no,
he's
no, no.
really, really bad in this movie.
he is not.
Mike!
He's not like
My
Oscar.
brother, my own brother, a
Right.
blood-sucking whatever he says. Like,
Yeah.
He's
that
like
delivery,
12 though.
Pushed him down. Okay, have you seen The Sixth Sense, man?
You're
Haley
right,
Joel
you're
Osment,
right,
dude?
you're
I don't want to
right.
hear shit about
But,
that.
yeah,
But this isn't the Sixth Sense. This is the Lost Boys.
Okay,
Like, come on.
Corey Feldman, better actor. Have you seen Stand
dude,
By
Col-
Me?
dude.
Come on.
They-
I don't want to hear shit about kids.
You know what's
ages.
actually really
Corey
crazy
Haim
about
sucks.
that? Fun fact. I'm going to throw it out there. I didn't
Do
put
it.
it down, but the movie they made before this, Corey Feldman did, was with Kiefer Sutherland on
Stand by me.
Stand By Me. And they literally
Oh,
went from
yeah.
that to this.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I never made that
You wanna
connection.
see
They
a
were
dead
totally.
body?
Yeah. God. And Kiefer, what is it with him playing these like? You know, like he's like
got-
a vampire greaser in this. He was like a 50s greaser in that. Like, what's the deal?
he
got that
plays-
look, I
Looks
guess.
good.
He plays
doing
a
it.
great villain.
He sure does. He's just got that look,
That
man.
movie that I think I brought up 100 times where he's like raping children. He looks terrifying in that movie.
What the fuck movie is that?
It's not Double Jeopardy. Is it? No, it's not Double
No, it's not
Jeopardy.
Double Jeopardy.
Is it Eye for an Eye?
Is it one of those Ashley Judd movies that was around that time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he like
I heard you talk about this on an episode I wasn't present for.
I think he like rapes the daughter and then like tries to do it again or like I don't know. It's crazy.
Interesting. Yeah,
Jack-
he's a very good terrible person actor.
Yeah.
Like they could do like Last House on the Left with him in it and it'd probably be awesome.
But then you watch 24 and he's Jack Bauer and he's great at that. But is he kind of a villain in that?
I don't know. I've never seen 24.
Never seen an episode.
Really?
No.
Premise
He's-
interests me though. It's like every episode is an hour of a day, and the whole
Yeah.
season is 24 hours, right? Like that's very cool,
Yeah.
like a real time thing. But never seen it.
I watched it not religiously, but I remember watching the first probably 4 seasons when they were on television, and then like going back and watching it again, like, oh my God, I fucking forgot I watched all of this.
You know what my
Wow.
number one big pet peeve about cop shows, any cop show, Hawaii Five-0, CSI, 24, whatever, you pick one. If they get a call, they are immediately there. Traffic
Yeah,
does not
no.
exist in TV cop shows. And
Well-
they're all in like mega metropolis areas. Like, I hate it.
Well, it's one of those things, right, where it's like, hey, all right, yeah, I want it to be a realistic show, but I don't want to sit and watch them go through traffic for 20 minutes of
I
the
know, but
episode.
It's just so instantaneous.
Maybe be like, hey, it took 10 minutes to get here. Fuck, traffic was bad. All right,
Right,
let's
right.
fix your heart. Oh, you're dead.
Yeah, right?
Right.
They can't always be there, is what I'm saying. One of the
They can't
vampires in this movie was in a lot of shit in the 80s, and the dude barely spoke in this movie. Wait a minute.
Is it Alex Winter?
Is that the dude from Bill and Ted?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, all right.
If you watch the credits, it says introducing Alexander Winter.
Alexander Winter. Holy
Yeah,
moly.
but this isn't his first movie, so it was a weird, like, why are you saying introducing?
Weird. I still haven't
Fucking
seen the new
Joel
Bill and Ted either.
It's not one of those, I gotta watch it, but when you watch it, you feel kind of the same that you're watching the original 80s movies, but it loses just a little bit. And I feel like that's just the nostalgia of people going, well, of course the original is better. It's always going to be better. You saw it at a different time in your life. Now you're seeing this and you're older and wiser and more like, fuck everything in the world.
Right.
So you're going to say, fuck this.
Yeah,
movie.
we're like the generation of cynicism, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
It's like 9/11 happened and we all just like lost our innocence. It's
Yeah, like I know there's probably 50 movies that I currently really love that if I watched today for the first time, I would hate.
Oh, for sure.
just different perspective in mind. Like without the rose tinted glasses, you're saying like you
that's what
would
I'm
just hate it today.
Probably.
Yeah,
I would
I think
think
I'm
this is
with
the shittiest thing I've ever
It's
seen.
so
but-
cheesy, it's so corny, and like I can't even embrace it because it's so bad. Yeah.
Right. But I watched it at a time where I was like, man, this movie's great. And anytime I watch it, I feel like I did when I watched it the first time. So I'm like in that
Wow.
rose tinted whatever.
What an interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Jason Patrick do anything else after this?
No, not really.
Wow.
And it makes no sense because, albeit, okay, he's not like a great actor in the movie.
No.
He's got a good look as a movie star.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a good, like, sort of attitude and whatnot, but great name as well. He didn't really do much. He was on some TV shows and whatnot afterwards. He did movies, but not like huge budget.
Another
whatever.
movie where everybody's just sweating. Everybody's just glistening in this movie. Just hot.
It's got that Southern California look.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, okay, so if you notice 80s movies, especially with like where actors wear appliances on their faces, they're sweating, it's because putting water on the appliance makes it look realer. So if you didn't do that, your eyes are drawn to how bad the appliance looks on their face. Now you're going,
What do you
okay,
mean by
they're sweating.
appliance? Like makeup?
So
The word isn't appliance. I know what you're saying though.
like a foam latex makeup that they put on, like,
Oh, okay.
right? They call it an appliance to go on their face. So if you look at the vampires when they turn into vampires, their whole
Right.
forehead is a giant glued on piece.
Right.
So spray some fake water on there to look like they're sweating, and it looks real because that's not really their forehead.
And then what's the little kid's name?
I don't. The one that jumps through the bed at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
It's one of them. Kill it. Kill it.
that was so cheesy.
He doesn't even do anything.
Nope.
Okay, so big gripe with this movie was
Let's hear
so I haven't seen this movie in easily 10 years, and when I saw it 10 years ago, I was like, absolutely not. I don't think I knew what this movie was supposed to be, and so this time when I was like searching for it to stream it, the genre came up, horror comedy. So I was like, okay, this is not a comedy. They were, maybe it does make you laugh. They weren't going for it.
There's a couple one-liners where you're like, okay, that's funny. Like at the end when the grandfather's like, one thing I could never understand is all the goddamn vampires. Like,
Yeah,
right.
that was good. That was pretty funny.
That to me just shows you that he might have been a vampire. Because
Nah.
there's stuff alluding to him being a vampire through the whole movie.
What?
Dude, Grandpa was out during the day, bro.
I
he?
don't think he was.
So
a
was that
vampire.
Max guy?
Oh.
I don't. So you're saying he's like another head vampire, and him and Max?
No, maybe he's just a random dude who's also a vampire.
I don't think so.
Eh.
I see that there's theories. Yeah. I just don't buy it. Maybe I don't know.
And I like how mom pays the bills working at a boardwalk comic book shop, like movie shop.
Back in the day, things weren't that expensive. She just moved there, right?
True.
So you don't know. She could have had. They said she got divorced, right?
Probably had
So
alimony coming in.
right, she probably had
Definitely child
some
support. Yeah.
something maybe in the divorce. Here, you get a chunk of change, and she's looking for a job. They're there for like a week. Let's be real.
Oh yeah.
So she might not even got a paycheck yet.
They show up and like there's just like a rockin' party with Sexy Sax Man on
Oh
the
my
fucking
God.
beach.
We
Which
need-
I
we
did
need
not know that was a real person.
Yeah, he's still like touring around
Yeah,
doing the
he
same
does
thing,
that.
wearing the same chain necklace.
Dude,
So he made Lost Boys, and he was like, That's it.
That's my life
That's
goal
my
right
life.
there. Yeah. Good
Hell
for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he has a Cameo account. You can get him to send you like a happy birthday.
Yeah.
From
Doing the
the-
sex.
My birthday's coming up in a couple of days, guys.
Do it.
So yeah, one
How
of
much
y'all.
are they?
I'm not doing it for myself.
If it's
I
like
don't know.
$20, I'm in.
Dude,
I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna find a real
Kind
shitty B movie actor and get him Georgia Cameo for his birthday.
Tara Reid.
Oh my God,
Her
that'd
face
be
looks like it's
hilarious.
melting off. George,
on.
happy birthday.
You know what? I'm gonna tell her you said that too.
All right. So hey, this movie.
That's it. I'm buying George a cameo tonight.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I got Wally one. Did I tell you about that?
No.
So me and Wally are big Metal Gear Solid fans, and this is kind of funny because this kind of ties into this. Kiefer. What's his face? David Hayter is on Cameo.
Shut up.
So I got him.
I love him. Did he do the snake voice?
Yeah.
A surveillance camera?
Dude, it's so good. I'll show it to you. He did it like a 2-minute long thing for Wally. It was like $50. I was like, God damn, yeah, hell yeah.
I did that for my stepdad one year for Father's Day. I got Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Help.
Man,
That's
I wonder
awesome.
if Bruce Campbell does it. I'd do it for my dad.
I think he does.
Shut up.
Yeah.
What?
Dude, I've been watching.
Cameo also sponsor us. We are fucking plugging the shit out of you right now.
Yeah, right? Goddamn. You want a Miller Lite there? No? All right.
George
no
B.
problem. That's fine. So this movie that we're talking about, The Lost Boys.
Oh, yeah. Hi, guys. We're talking about The Lost Boys.
Where to watch it currently is Vudu, Amazon Prime, YouTube, Google Play, and Apple TV. You cannot watch it for free anywhere.
Nope.
We're picking a lot of these movies lately that you cannot watch anywhere for free.
I just figured it being the Halloween season, somebody would have had this movie.
Well,
For sure. It
So
is a
funny,
classic.
funny story. I watched it yesterday at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I had a hockey game last night, went and played a hockey game, came back home, and my wife is watching it on Paramount on the channel 241 on DirecTV. So it's on TV. And I was just like, oh shit, you're watching. She's like, yeah, it was on before the movie she was
So that
watching
means
too.
it's probably streaming on Paramount Plus for free.
Yeah. No, it's not.
That's bullshit.
Because I looked it up.
Huh.
Only these sites.
There's so many streaming services
Yeah.
now. I hate it so much.
Yeah, man.
We got exactly what we wanted.
Yep, and it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to be able to say, I want this channel, and this channel. Tell me how much.
I will tell you that I am pirating again.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
I never stopped.
It's good for economy.
Yeah.
Right. I love that the meme where it shows like all the different, or it shows like Netflix and then whatever the one was, and then it now shows like everything and the guy just dusting off the pirate cap, like, oh, we're back at it. You know? Yeah.
Exactly.
So the synopsis of The Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Teenage brothers Michael and Sam move with their mom to a small town in Northern California. While the younger Sam meets a pair of kindred spirits and geeky comic book nerds Edward and Alan, the angst-ridden Michael soon falls for Star, who turns out to be a thrall to David, leader of a local gang of vampires. Sam and his new friends must save Michael and Star from the undead.
His new gang of friends.
Yeah.
The Frog Brothers. The Frog Brothers.
Dude, the first guy that Kiefer Sutherland bites in the head and it's just like blood. Just,
Oh, my God.
like, yes.
I wanted more of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It could have used a couple more scenes of that, for sure.
I will say this movie's very straight to the point and doesn't waste any time.
It's brisk, yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, it's only
And-
like an hour and a half long.
No, yeah.
Right in the pocket, man.
Right in the pocket.
Right in the pick.
Excuse me.
And I like that, but I could have used more vampire kills, right? Like,
Right.
yeah, they're showing the people in the beginning where they're making out in the car and the car fucking roof gets ripped off for no reason whatsoever. I like how it's filmed, the beginning, where you're literally the vampire flying through the air, but you don't know that yet. That's cool. That song that they play through the whole movie, I liked.
Dude.
What song?
It's the beginning song. It's the when he's dreaming or whatever,
the-
falling.
Thou shalt not-
Yeah.
It's Cry, Little Sister.
It's a good song. I
That's
like
a great
it.
song, actually.
You don't
Every
like
time I liked it, but they just kept doing it. I was like,
Yeah, it
I
got a
was
little
like,
played out at the
when
end.
are you? There are other songs, Joel.
No, we got the budget
He
is
was like,
fucking
but this
stretched
one's
thin.
fucking good,
Right.
man. Like, have you heard it? And I'm like, yeah, a couple times.
Cool, put it in everywhere.
Yeah.
But it doesn't put it in everywhere. All right, cool, whatever. So this is written by Janice Fisher, Jeffrey Baum, and James Jeremias. Directed by, who we just said, Joel Schumacher.
Joel Schumacher.
Who has done, I would say, one good movie besides this, because this is, I would say it's a good movie.
What's
the other
the
one, St. Elmo's Fire.
It's okay.
Insane Elmo's Fire.
Well, obviously, there's a couple other movies he's done.
Come on. You know you want to say it, man. Just say it, dude.
The old Batmans.
I knew it.
I love and hate
I
those
know.
movies too,
You don't
right?
like the Schumacher Batmans?
No, I love them, but they are not good movies.
They are not good.
No,
and
they're
I
not.
also, dude, Batman and Robin is so fucking bad good. It's like
Talk
top
about
of the bad
cheese.
good movies.
That's
Yeah.
the cheesiest. Oh
That
my
is-
God, let's have cheese awards.
Cheesies.
The
cheesies.
And we'll have all the different Gouda, mozzarella,
yeah.
And each one will be a different category.
Sure.
Oh man,
we'd be here for weeks.
guys!
Cheesies.
Every year, whatever the
cheesies.
anniversary of the podcast is,
We're coming
that's
up
when we're
on
doing
our
January
1 year,
would be,
yeah.
we gotta come up with the cheesy awards.
The cheesies.
The cheeses.
I'm so excited.
Cool. So he's also done Phone Booth, which you've talked about
I
before.
love that movie.
And
just because I don't like Colin Farrell, but goddamn if he doesn't do he's a one-man show.
Have you seen, not to take away your fire there, the new trailer for The Batman?
Fuck no,
No,
man.
it just came out too.
I know it looks good. I heard that thing. It's not a signal.
Right.
It's a
Dude,
warning.
Colin Farrell looks like,
He doesn't
looks
look
and
like
sounds nothing like him.
Who's
And
he
you would
playing?
know, the
Who's
Penguin.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
he looks nuts. Yeah.
it's great. He's like a New Yorker.
You and I,
Yeah.
but
It's
you
funny,
and I
yeah.
just we saw the new Halloween
Yes.
the same day.
You both saw the new Halloween?
Yeah.
Still, I don't want to hear a fucking thing. I plan on watching it very soon. I'm very excited. That
Okay.
is my movie, dude. The Halloween movie.
He's gonna feel the same way we do.
Please don't like pry me in any way.
Cool.
I have very strong
See,
opinions about
see my
Halloween
face?
generally.
This is my face. This is not the nice or the bad face. It's
Yeah,
just a face.
cool.
Yeah, it's a face.
Moving on. We can't talk
Exactly.
about this.
And then
this-
I watched the
maybe next week.
I watched. I went home Saturday night and watched the 78, the original one.
Cool.
How do you feel about watching that after watching that?
It makes. I mean, so I don't want to talk about the new one too much because of George. But the 78 one is good.
Still holds up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, no, it's very good. I saw it not too long ago also.
Okay. I do like
I've seen it a bunch of times.
I
but-
do like what they did with the new movie, the 2018 movie. We're not talking about the new movie.
Yeah,
We're
no,
talking about 2018. I like how they
Sure.
said, hey, all this bullshit that we made that is so out there,
Except for the first one.
Gone.
The 78 one.
Yeah.
basically 40 years has passed.
Which you could almost say that the Rob Zombie one, like the Rob Zombie one, I thought was a very good remake.
I liked both of them. It's fine.
I didn't like the second one as much, but the first one I really enjoyed.
Yes.
Neither of them were bad.
I like them, but I didn't like them as a Michael Myers movie.
I'm
Put
not gonna
anybody
lie.
else in that, and that's fine.
I'm not gonna lie. I liked H2O. Always have.
Yeah, it
That's
still
where I
wasn't
was
bad.
going with this. But we can't talk about it
Why?
Okay, yeah, please
because
don't.
of the new movie, just because there's parallels in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where we're going to keep it at.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll watch it before next week for sure.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, anyways, getting back to
I could
The
listen-
Lost Boys.
I could listen to Jamie Lee Curtis scream. She's got a good scream.
She's great. Tell me a movie she's bad in.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
There's not.
No,
There's
she's
not a
great.
movie she was in where you're like, I could do without her.
Yeah, I could do without old Jamie Lee.
No. No. So, also, Joel Schumacher directed a movie. I don't know why I really like. It's stupid. It's called The Number 23. I've talked about it too before.
Yeah, I'm not with you.
Maybe it's
Never heard of it.
maybe it's the Eternal Sunshine thing where it's Jim Carrey subverting what he normally does, and it's different.
That's what drew me into it for sure.
Yeah, it's
but
it
it just didn't.
it's not a
catch me.
horror movie. It's like a psychological thriller,
Yeah.
and man, that guy kept going.
That was like a Family Guy joke where you're just like, please stop. Oh, it's funny again.
when it came back around.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
No, so no, I like it.
That was insane.
Anyways.
We're gonna loop that. Just keep going. No, I really like that the number 23. It's worth a watch to have a opinion on. Is what I'm saying.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure. You got to judge it yourself.
Right. So The Lost Boys is starring Jason Patric as Michael, Corey Haim as Sam, Diane West as Lucy, Edward Herman as Max, Kiefer Reefer Sutherland as David, Jamie Gertz as Star, Corey Feldman, Edgar Frog, Alex Winter as Marco.
Marco, yep.
Marco.
He was the first one to bite it too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He gets it in the cave.
Mm-hmm. And then Miltz,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, he like explode
covered
melts.
vampire guts.
But none of the other ones really do that. I mean, they all like I guess
Well,
like the
no,
Frog
the
Brothers
one
said,
the one in the
they all
bathtub
die
does.
different. How did
He explodes.
he like he? I'm sorry.
He explodes, but then goes out of all those spigots.
Right.
in the
So
house,
it
too.
explodes through every orifice.
So
of
it's
the
like an
house.
explode melt thing also. But Kiefer
Yeah.
just kind of like dies like a person would.
And then he looks like a little boy.
I got a fun fact for that later, so we'll get to it.
Okay.
This was produced and distributed by Warner Brothers,
All right.
which is kind of cool. There was another name that came up in the beginning, but looking up in the credits or on Wikipedia and everything, there was nothing other than Warner Brothers.
Did you look up that company's name itself?
It was one of those, I did these notes, then I watched it, I was like, huh, and then I forgot about it,
Right on.
and now I'm remembering. Well, fuck it. Here's one thing that was really weird to me. This movie is rated R. Nowhere can you find why it's rated R.
It's got to be. It's got to be the.
I get why.
The horror violence, like
Yeah.
that,
The
that
blood.
typically will get a movie.
The blood, the
R
steak,
ratings.
sure, whatever. But
Scary themes.
Don't Jason Patrick and her have sex?
they don't show anything.
Yeah.
They just show
it's
like.
the most,
But what I'm saying is, on the back cover of the movie, it just has the letter R. There's nothing saying what it's whatever.
La, 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 la.
You go to any IMDb, Wikipedia, Rotten Tomatoes, just says rated R.
I can't wait to hear what the tomatometer says about this.
The tomatometer.
yeah, this one's gonna be hard to figure out,
Dude,
stuff like that. I think.
So I also watched Freaky.
Yeah, you were texting about that. I haven't seen that, but I want to. Opinion. You love Vince Vaughn.
I love Vince Vaughn, and he's
He's the Vinciest Vaughniest he's been.
He's Vince Vaughn in the movie. He's like Wedding Crashers light. Vince Vaughn, but you gotta think he's pretending to be a
girl,
16-year-old girl.
Yeah.
I looked at the Rotten Tomatoes for that movie. I was like, it can't.
Not that bad.
It's an 85.
Wow.
Not deservedly, in your opinion.
No, I loved it. The
I
movie was
feel
great.
like
So you're like 85.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, me and Allie looked at each other. We were like, "Fuck, that was a good movie." So yeah, hour and 40 minutes. It was great.
Wow. Okay.
I feel like newer movies have a higher score than they should just because they haven't been out long enough for a lot of critics to like bombard it and be like, "Nah, this ain't good. This is trash."
Yeah, but I mean, it's been out for over a year, so
Dude, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that one would have had its.
I'm gonna real quick Halloween Kills Rotten Tomato.
I looked at it.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
I looked at it as soon as I left the theater. I went, "Yep,
Yep. All right. So this movie's runtime, right in the pocket,
137."
98.
Oh, I was off by a minuto.
Oh wow, you're right. Rotten Tomatoes just where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Release date, July 31st, 1987.
Wow, I was a year and change.
We were not in existence yet.
We were
You were
not.
still floating in balls.
Thank you.
Maybe.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. No, it's weird to think
Sure
about, right?
were.
Like this movie was made before we even existed. You know,
No,
like,
I mean, look at it. It
but
looks
no,
like
no,
it,
no,
man.
no, it doesn't.
Did
That's
you
the
see
thing to
their
me.
Earrings, man.
Okay,
Shit.
yeah,
This is
Dude, people are wearing those earrings again now.
yeah. Can I say one
okay,
thing?
but this is the 2021s are weird. The 2020s are weird.
The 2020s. The biggest thing in this movie that I was like, what the fuck? This is so
Everybody
stupid.
is George Michael cosplaying.
Oh, yeah. But in the beginning, when they're on the merry-go-round and they start pushing that dude that has like the skunk hairdo, that dude was way too hard looking to be on a merry-go-round.
I felt that about the whole intro. It's like these goth kids are like they're playing little carnival games.
Right.
I was like, either commit or don't.
Like, no, I get it.
Are
They're-
you goth and metal and punk or not? Like, go home and be punk and metal. Like,
So it made sense when they were around the fire
Fuck
and they
the
got
ring
murdered,
toss.
right? All those guys. That
yeah.
made sense.
Yeah, they're all listening to metal.
Or
and, yeah.
the two
They're
were
fucking
making out in the
Aerosmith, I
car.
guess.
That makes sense. But them on a merry-go-round, I was like, come on. Maybe. I mean, I understand they're sowing the seeds for later, right? Because they kill the cop that takes them away. Then they kill those two people in the car.
Right.
That's weird Joel Schumacher shit where I feel like he's just generally out of touch with like regular people. That's how I feel like whenever I see a movie with him.
God damn it. Tell me that the costume design does not look like the Batman Forever. Batman Forever, right?
No, you're
Or
right.
Batman and Robin. Either
Yeah.
one. Also,
Those henchmen look exactly
think
the same.
about like
Yeah.
the layers.
Yeah.
He's got like their vampire layer and it's got the Jim Morrison poster. Like I feel like he loves
Well, Jason
set
Patrick
des-
just
set
looked.
design of a layer.
Yeah, he looked just like what's his face from the
Oh, and
Doors.
that was the. And,
Oh
and,
yeah.
And they played Strange.
People are strange.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the Doors.
For sure. I don't think that was the
That
Doors
movie-
version.
It
but
wasn't
yeah.
the Doors version. They probably couldn't afford it.
Yeah,
Probably not.
yeah,
But that song does definitely fit the whole vampire-esque
Oh, yeah,
vibe,
But
right?
how cool is their layer though? The hangout spot.
It's
pretty
fucking, it's
sick.
cool.
It's
And I
sick.
like
I'd
how
hang out
when
there.
there's a explanation for it, right? Like he's saying that it was built on a fault line and 100 years ago, it fell through. I was like, damn, that's cool to have a backstory like that, not
Yep.
just, hey, we got this cool cave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it gives that cave character. And
Yeah,
then
I
it
love
actually, when you peel back the layers, like you said, did those vampires, were they there when this happened? So that's why they knew about it?
Right.
Because they live forever, right?
Never grow old, never die.
Just thinking.
People are strange.
So this is filmed April 28th, 1986 through May 19th, 1986.
3 weeks.
Only 3 weeks to make this movie.
I believe it.
Not much happens. They don't go to many places.
No, they spend most of the time at that boardwalk and the beach. So,
Well, they spent like 5 minutes of this movie filming the sax man.
yeah, but he was on the beach.
Oh, no, I understand, but he was like, okay, show one picture or one like second of him doing his sax solo, not cutting back to him every 5 fucking seconds.
Dude, well, I mean,
They oiled him up good too.
he was shredded.
They oiled him up good too. They sure did, man.
They're probably like, look, we spent too much money on this motherfucking guy with the sax and oiling him up. Put him in the movie for 5 minutes.
yeah. As much as he wants,
And
man.
like guys are like headbanging like this
To that, right.
Yeah, it's like
Just sexy sex, man.
Oh,
The
man.
stupid, sexy sax man. It was filmed in Santa Cruz, Valencia, Burbank, California, and then one place in Alabama.
Weird.
I'm assuming it was the house, because what other place would it be?
Why would the house be in Alabama?
Because when they show up, when they're driving down the laneway or the driveway, it looks like it's in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
But that's such a far distance.
Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense. Anyways, yeah,
Or maybe there was a sound. No, why would the sound stages would be in California?
that's what I was. Yeah. All the houses and stuff should be at sound stages.
Yeah, it's weird. I have no idea.
Yeah, unless maybe that when they're looking on the outside of where the layer is, like all those signs and whatnot, maybe that was a scouted location of, hey, this looks cool, let's use that.
Maybe.
I don't know. I hate that it doesn't like show what
One day they
parts,
sent out a camera crew for
Right.
Some
establishing shot,
some
and that was
exterior
it.
shots.
Yeah,
some B-roll,
Yeah,
whatever.
maybe.
Probably them flying over the trees or something.
Yeah.
Maybe, or like I don't know. Weird.
Yeah.
So budget.
Kiefer.
I need a button to go budget.
Kiefer.
Pick slide into
This
a
is
budget.
the 87 budget.
Yeah.
Corey's and Kiefer.
Well, okay, so this is the first movie the Coreys were together on. So you're not banking on that.
Oh.
The duo.
This
the
is before
dynamic
they were.
duo.
Yeah, they were everybody. Yeah.
God, that was a crazy time. Like,
They did this bitch in 3
But
weeks.
Corey Feldman was probably, honestly though, what I've learned doing this show is that like actors don't command a huge budget generally. Just because you got some big names doesn't generally
Yeah,
doesn't
true.
mean right. Yeah,
doesn't
exactly.
mean as much as you would think it would.
Right.
So I'd say like a big soundtrack will often be more than
More,
that.
yeah, than an actor for
Yeah,
sure.
and
because,
obviously
yeah.
like special effects and locations
Mhm,
would
mhm.
be the biggest.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is in California though. I don't know.
I would say what I've noticed is the longer the shoot is, obviously the more money it takes.
Obviously,
right?
yeah, labor's going to be the most expensive of all.
Right.
But not only that, you got to think of things you don't think of, like catering and just housing and
Sure,
all this shit,
sure.
and having everybody there every day. And
yeah. I don't know. My mind is pegged at 12 million for some reason.
I'm around there. I'll say 15.
8.5.
Wow. Okay.
I was thinking like 10 to 20.
A 3 week shoot. I
Yeah.
mean,
That's what this was. 3 weeks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, they knocked it out quick.
Again, like we were saying, where do they really go, right?
No, but I would think even with the special effects and everything, I don't know. That must have been a busy 3 weeks, man.
Cranked
That's
it
all I'm
out.
saying, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, but, well, so what, when you break it down, what real special effects were there?
Just some blood here
Well,
and
they
there.
were all practical effects. I mean,
But
you
what I'm
know.
saying, like, okay, you had a few shots of them in the makeup. You had a few shots of the blood being spewed, whatever. The ending sequence looked like they were on some wires and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
flying back and forth across the room.
You know, the vampires exploding, the car going through the wall.
Which was all definitely on a soundstage. All that. At
Sure,
the end.
sure,
that,
yeah.
that whole thing was definitely a soundstage.
Sure.
And then they're being in the cave or the giant casket, which I thought that was kind of cool. Like,
Yeah.
where are the caskets? The cave is one giant casket. Like, I was like, all right, that's cool. Yeah, that's definitely the only real special effects in the movie. So, yeah, I mean, 8.5 is just, it's way lower than I was expecting.
3 weeks, man.
I still think it's a good number.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I mean, you get a major motion picture. Excuse me.
How many movies did Joel Schumacher made at this point? Bless you.
That I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I want to pull it up.
Do it. But in while you're doing that, box office.
This is going to be one of the older ones we've done. I'm actually looking forward to this.
Well, no,
The box office
should
take.
okay. So here's my thing: should we change it up? Should we do the budget and the box office take, or should I do like the release date and then the top 10, and then we get to the budget info?
I like what we're doing.
I like
Okay.
how we're doing also, yeah.
All right. So box office take.
Man, I just feel like this movie took off for some reason. I don't know why.
I mean, it's a very popular movie still.
I'd say this is I think this is probably a culty movie.
It is.
I would,
But I also think it was a blockbuster at the same time.
yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I will. I'm gonna. I really have no idea. I'm gonna say maybe 25.
See, I'm probably.
It made enough for them to bank on Joel, but I mean, it didn't inspire any sequel. Well, it did inspire 20 fucking something years later. Cult status. Yeah, I stick with my number 25, and that's probably highballing it.
But those were like direct to DVD sequels and
Yeah.
shit too.
See, I think it's much higher for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm gonna go with about 50.
Wow.
Okay. I was like in your brain too. I was like, man, this movie for it being so old, yeah, cool, whatever. But I feel like there was a giant something around it. Like I always heard about the movie growing up.
The whole that and like the 80s, the economy in 87, the economy was like ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
People were out and about and doing it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
movie theaters were
Bumping.
a thing. The malls, da 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 da. That's why I think it was a banger.
Well, you're wrong. Not really that bad. 32.2 million.
Okay,
That's still
it
more
quadrupled itself.
Exactly.
really
So
good.
it made a profit.
Yeah.
Opening weekend, 5.2 million.
Hell yeah,
That's not terrible for a movie at this
that's not
time.
even terrible today.
Right, it's not. Not at all, actually. So, I mean, I think the movie was definitely a success. Now, to not have a sequel until 20 years later or whatever it really was.
It was trash too.
Yeah, because it was direct to DVD or whatever. I just can't believe they didn't make another one. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like that would have been a bankable shit. Let's go ahead and,
I kind of want to see it though now. After doing this, after just watching this, I kind of want to see it. Even if it's shitty, I want to see it. I want to see Corey Feldman back.
barely walking. Hey, guys, let's drive some stakes through people. Fuck, give me my money.
Right.
So, box office, top 10 that
Damn.
weekend.
All right, let's do it.
Number 10, Adventures in Babysitting.
Love that movie. I fucking love that movie.
It is a good movie.
Where she thinks the mechanic is Thor.
Number 9, Dragnet.
Me
Never saw it,
neither.
but I know there was a
I
TV
know it was a
show.
TV show, yeah.
And then didn't they try to make a TV show like 10 years ago about it? And
Was that one of the ones that they did like with because they redid Magnum PI?
Pretty
and they
much, yeah,
redid
yeah.
Hawaii 5-0. And all
Yeah.
that, yeah. They probably did.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't remade MASH yet.
That's because MASH had some racy humor in it.
Very
I don't think
true.
they can get away with it today.
Number 8, Full Metal Jacket.
Holy shit.
Is this you, John Wayne? Is this me? Who the
Dang.
fuck said that?
This is like at the height of like Kubrick
Oh, yeah.
era
Dude,
too,
yeah.
man. This is a good time for filmmaking, actually. Shit.
Army.
Yeah.
Number 7, Superman 4, The Quest.
Oh.
2 thumbs down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck
poo.
that fucking
Poo.
movie.
Poo.
What's the one where he puts them in the square and throws them into space?
That's
That's
Superman 2.
That's 2, yeah.
2's
okay.
good. 1 and 2 are both very good. 1's amazing. 2 is very good. After that, that just stop.
Yeah.
Number 6, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
You know why?
Re-release.
50 years.
I was about to say, yeah, that's an old
That-
fucking movie.
I
That
think it
doesn't
was.
make sense.
I think Snow White was 37, so
Mhm.
that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Number 5, Summer School.
Is that Rodney Dangerfield?
Is
It
it?
has to be.
Yeah, 100%.
Get no respect. God, if you listen back to some of his shit, it's fucked up.
The shit he said?
Well, it's all about him and his wife like hating him and sleeping with other dudes.
Yeah.
And how do you're either coming up with those jokes because it's actually happening, or it's just so funny that that's the joke that hit and you're just doing that every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that's like the shtick, man. He's like, I really don't get any respect there. Like, I'm deeply unhappy.
Right. Right.
Laugh at my pain. Laugh at my pain.
Right, exactly. So number 4, RoboCop.
Hell yeah.
RoboCop is awesome. Paul Verhoeven, man. Oh my
Dude,
god.
just the opening of that when he's just on the ground like, no, don't kill me, and they just fucking
blast the shit out.
rip him
A
up.
million holes.
Dude,
And it's not
Red
like
Foreman, man.
It's not like small holes either.
No.
They're like, poof,
It is
fucking
over
holes.
the top gore.
Oh my god, yeah.
I love that fucking
Dude, when
movie.
Foreman gets hit at the end, and he's like, isn't he like melting or he's
I don't remember. I haven't seen it in a very long time.
But he gets hit by that car, and his body literally just like turns to liquid. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right.
Your move, creep. Like that voice actor is awesome.
Have any of you guys seen the remake of RoboCop that came out like maybe 5-6
Not for
years
me.
ago?
No,
Not
I
for
didn't
me.
see it.
It wasn't bad.
Not for me.
I like the different take they had on it.
It needed a remake for sure.
Yeah. So that Joel Kinnaman guy was in it. The guy who was in the Suicide is Rick Flag or whatever, Suicide Squad. Rick Flag, the main military guy in Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
Robocop.
Got it.
It wasn't terrible. It's worth a watch just to see it.
RoboCop 1 is like a big allegory and stuff, and it's got,
Yeah.
much like most of Paul Verhoeven's work is like a big satire and stuff.
Exactly, just like Starship Troopers. So.
That did not carry over to the new RoboCop.
No, definitely not. It's
the new
like
RoboCop, it has its own things about like drones and it's got a little political agenda, but it's very much more just like a typical action movie with like a little bit of peppering of that kind of thing, whereas the other one is like, the whole thing is like a Jesus allegory.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Jesus.
RoboCop is Jesus. I fucking love that movie.
All right, top 3. In no particular order. The Lost Boys. La Bamba.
Man, La Bamba was huge.
The Living Daylights.
I have no idea what that is.
That is a James Bond movie with Timothy Dalton.
James Bond, La Bamba. Ooh, probably La Bamba, then James. Man, it's hard to tell. It depends on when they were released.
Yeah.
Same weekend.
What? All 3 of these were the same weekend? Oh, this is hard. When was this? What time of year?
This would have been July 31st.
July.
87.
I'm going to say La Bamba. No, Timothy Dalton. I don't know how popular his Bond was. How many Bonds had he done? I guess you don't know all that.
I feel like he didn't do that
He
many.
only did 2 or 3, I think.
I feel like it was 1 or 2.
Maybe.
There was somebody who did Bond who only did it for 1 movie, and it might be Timothy Dalton.
I'm going to say, I just to say something, I guess I'll say.
Just to say something.
Fucking Bond, La Bamba, Lost Boys.
I'm almost there. I'm Bond, Lost Boys, La Bamba.
Brent is right.
Yeah.
Bond, Lost Boys, La Bamba, huh?
Yeah.
Right on.
There you go.
Dig it.
Yeah, I was very surprised that Lost Boys was in the top 3. I thought maybe like 5.
I didn't expect that. Wow. So this movie was a hit when it came out, man.
Hell yeah.
People saw it.
And it to be released like summer is kind of weird to me, but I guess it works, right? Just because
I mean, they're at the beach. I kind of get it.
right.
And there's no mention of like Halloween. There's no jack-o'-lanterns.
No, it's not a
It's the
yeah.
summertime. They're just vampires.
right.
Yeah.
So what does it matter when
Right.
it's yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't call this a Halloween
Except,
movie.
well, I mean,
besides vampires being vampires.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, it holds up as a Halloween movie, certainly. But like,
Sure.
like, it wasn't released. It didn't need to be
Sure,
released
sure.
for Halloween.
right,
Like Hocus
exactly. But
Fucking
obviously,
Pocus is
yeah.
obviously a Halloween movie.
Sure, yeah, you have to. But this movie is now being watched and on TV and whatnot around Halloween, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Sure.
We all want
Right.
to see vampires at Halloween.
Yeah.
Remember Silver Bullet?
No.
No? Oh, never mind. All right.
Silver Bullet?
Yeah, it's a Stephen King werewolf movie. It has some similar vibes to this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it good?
It was when I was a kid, man. I don't know how it holds up.
I feel you. All right, well, it's tomato time.
tomatometer, George.
Tomatometer.
There we go.
Tomatometer.
I honestly think that it's just gonna be low. I don't want it to be, but I have a feeling it's probably in the 40s. 48.
I'm gonna say
48.
I'm gonna say probably higher than that because I mean it made money at the time. People thought it was good, and it's held a cult status ever since. I'm gonna say it's probably a solid like 78.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to look up what The Living Daylights got on Rotten Tomatoes before, and that is a 74 on Rotten Tomatoes.
All right.
I want to do La Bamba real quick. La Bamba movie, because there's, so many different fucking things. That is a 82 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
That's higher than I thought. This movie, 76.
What did
Holy
I say,
shit.
78?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's
That's really high.
way higher than I thought.
Yeah, way higher than I would
I
have.
would have never put
thought.
this above 50.
No, definitely not for critics. But critically, the movie is, besides some acting, sure.
Yeah, I was about to. Yeah.
Besides some acting, which I will just say only Corey Haim.
Corey Haim is terrible.
The mom is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Jason Patrick is really good. Like
He's
there's
very,
certain
very good.
there's certain parts, okay, a little cheese and over the top, but you're playing a character who's turning into a vampire and didn't even fucking know that it was happening.
Right. No, yeah, it's yeah.
So yeah, and then the only other person I would say was a little was Star, but What is she really doing? Yeah, exactly.
She could have played more like desperate, I guess. Like she's
so.
going through the same thing as what's his name?
Yeah.
And she could be like struggling with a thirst and everything more, and she just kind of is one note the whole movie.
Yeah, the part in his bedroom, I thought she did great.
Yeah.
Where she was coming clean and saying that you were supposed to be my first kill and all that. I was like, okay, I believe you. But
I think she could even play that up a little bit more though, and be more dramatic. Honestly, yeah.
Sure.
They almost could have left her character out entirely, and the movie would have not suffered at all. Like,
well, no, because then he has no reason to go after her than to get into the gang.
That's kind of my point. She exists as a vehicle for him.
But that is
give him some other motivation.
Yeah, but without Star, there's no movie though.
She's not a character though, is my point.
Right.
But so they were okay with him going after her because they wanted her to have her first kill as him. So that's why they were like, yeah, come on, David, whatever. Then she didn't go through with it. Right. And then they made him into a vampire.
None of these are character traits. These are all plot points. I'm saying she's not a character. She's motivation for males, for all these other guys to do their thing, but she does not have a personality or character, really. I'm protecting this little boy.
Okay.
I'm a vehicle for this guy to be motivated in all these different ways. But like when I have lines to deliver, they're basically wooden. It's just talking heads.
Wooden.
I agree. She's there as a plot
she's not
device.
A character. She's just a plot device. Yeah.
But again, if she wasn't there, there's nothing to move the plot along, and you don't have a movie other than, hey, you want to be a vampire? All right.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
Yeah.
So audience score, what do we think?
6.6 or 66.
I'm gonna say like a solid 80. Like I think, or whatever it is, 80, whatever.
85.
Wow.
Yeah.
So right on line.
This movie was apparently better than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Everybody loves it. There's nobody shitting on it.
Well, you have a fucking framed glass poster, so you must really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I remember I went into this movie very not looking forward to having to watch it again. I enjoyed it more than I did 10 years ago, for sure.
That's good then, yeah. We don't want to make you hate anything. Or go, God, I don't want to fucking watch The Expendables 2. IMDb.
Critically, that's where I'm going to go a little bit lower. I'd say critics probably gave this about a 7.
We got to remember, IMDb's more user score.
Yeah, you're right. So we already did Tomatometer. That's the critics aggregate.
Yeah.
IMDb, well, fuck, probably 8.5 then, man.
I'm going to get 7.4.
Especially since it's culty, I'm going to stick with 8.5.
He wanted to get one right. 7.3.
All right. Okay.
Go, Brent.
Close.
We're
Very
here.
close.
We're here. We're queer. Get used to it. I got it.
We are here. Brent's feeling a little bad. He had a big weekend. I can tell you're like, fucking.
Dragging a little bit, Brent.
I'm dragging a little ass, man. Dude, I just been, every weekend has been nonstop for 3 weeks, and I still have like 4 weeks to go for these weekends. Just show, trips, just, and my voice sounds like shit because, I screamed for 4 straight hours yesterday at band practice, so you have to deal with that.
But it was worth it.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
My voice, oh, yeah. So.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, I don't know. I just, like, I love this movie. I just didn't think it was going to be that highly coveted.
Me neither.
Because I don't look at it with the rose-colored glasses on. I did maybe 10 years ago. I watched it a lot. But, like, watching it now, you're like, oh, okay, good. It's a good movie. I like it. I watch it once a year.
It's all right.
Right. But I don't think
it's all right.
I don't think it's I don't think it's as high as everybody's saying it is online. No way.
Yeah.
There's nothing profound about this movie. It's like an okay vampire greaser story.
I think what's
like
there's vampire greaser.
It doesn't really offer anything. Like, I'm not going to think about this movie after I leave this podcast. I'm not going to think about it for a decade.
I think what the big thing with this movie was, do you mind passing me? Thank you. The big deal with this movie was it launched the Corey and Corey, right? And it really made like the Joel Schumacher kind of go up. And maybe it changed the way certain movies like this were made. I don't think there was really a movie that was like this at the time, especially vampires and whatnot. It was always about the old school vampire, the scary vampire. This was like, man, they were just
cool vampires.
Cool vampires just killing people to, do whatever.
Like the new modern Dracula, as opposed to like a Victorian era thing. It's like, oh, Dracula can be George Michael.
It's like This was
probably how they made it. But we need a sexy sax man.
This was the 80s Twilight, man.
It's
Holy shit! You just like unlocked something right there. That is it.
I mean, I think so.
That is what this movie is.
It's like a shittily written vampire.
Imagine
it's the same thing.
Imagine adding 20 minutes to this movie. Much stronger romantic subplot themes.
It's Twilight.
Yeah, it's Twilight.
I would have also enjoyed it more.
I agree that to me,
I kind of wanted a little bit more of Jason Michael Patrick.
Maybe a
Jefferson,
little love
whatever.
triangle thing with them, enhancing the drama a little bit.
that's what I was saying. Like, okay, you have the opening, he's just staring at her. I get it. You know, dudes do that. But then why was she like, oh my God, yeah, sure. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because there was no back and forth. There was no whatever. She just like, come, I was going to kill you, but now we're sleeping together because you're a vampire.
The whole thing could have been her like, she's in a toxic relationship with Kiefer and, you know, and now she's like escaping from that. And maybe she doesn't end up with, what's his name, the main guy. What's his name?
Sure.
Jason Patrick.
Jason Patrick.
Michael is his name.
Michael. Maybe she doesn't end up with Michael, but like Michael helps her like see how bad the relationship is, and she gets away. And now it's personal between Michael and fucking Kiefer.
Keith.
And you know that final battle means so much more because it's not just like you killed my friend, we're vampires fighting. Like you also fucked with my girl, and like you're fucking up my whole life, man.
Yeah, that
like,
would be.
I would take 20 extra minutes like to deal with all that.
That'd be a more real take on the vampire tropes.
That would have been sick, man.
That, and you know what? You're right too. Like, you're showing these vampires as people, right? So they're gonna have people problems as well.
Yeah.
And you're bringing this guy in because you wanted her, or you wanted him to be hers. Fuck, I can't talk. You wanted him to be Star's first kill, right?
Yeah.
So that indoctrinates her into being finally the vampire, all in together with it, right?
Yeah.
So then you have that thing of, oh, I don't want to do it because I actually like this guy. So then it's like, well, fuck you. Like, we're trying to do this for you, and that's a cool story there.
Yeah, that could have been a whole separate. Yeah, I would.
It is the story, but they're not bringing it to the forefront, and they're not like making it a bigger deal than it is. They're kind of just like in the background, like, yeah, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, they should have built that up a little bit more. I just wanted Star to have a fucking personality, like and more
I agree,
character.
but it's
I'm
the
like
80s.
really mad about that.
Right, but it's the 80s, right? So women can't have character arcs.
Yeah,
they can't have it. They're just there to be the.
George said things.
Yeah, like yeah.
It's true though. You know, they're just there to be the eye candy and be a plot device.
Yeah, which Star's very beautiful and all, sure, works, but you know, it's so much of her character, even the little boy and all that, just felt so tacked on. It was like,
yeah,
the vampires already had a motivation to come to the house and attack everybody at the end because of the personal thing of killing Alex Winter and all. It just was, a little weak. All that was weak.
Well, okay, so let's talk about this. Why did Max, the lead vampire, what was his motivation to get the mom? Because at the end,
the main.
They needed a mother. The boys needed a mother.
Yeah. He. Okay. I mean, the whole motivation is he just had a plan, right?
Right.
Like,
sure.
Like he's supposed to be the mastermind behind everything. He can just have a plan, and that can be the motivation.
And
his ego is his motivation, or something. I don't know.
Remember, he invited him in the house.
Mm-hmm.
That was And I remembered the plot from a decade ago. So when he invited him in the house, I was like, "That's right. Can't fucking do that."
Nope.
Well, he even says it like, "Aren't you going to invite me into the house?"
But did it? Okay, but Kiefer and everybody get in the house later, and they weren't invited in.
They just kind of broke in. You know, I thought about that too. That I was like, "How are they going to get in there?" You know, because they run after the dog, which I love the dog's name, but I can't remember it.
Oh, fuck.
It was super Indian or whatever kind of
Nanook.
Nanook, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, God damn, that's so good.
Man.
Because it's so, you could have just called him Paul or Spot or something or whatever. So they're out there and they're running after him, and it's like, oh my God, they're going to come get you. And then they get in the house, and it's like, right, because they can't come in the house unless they're invited. And then they just fucking blow in through the fucking fireplace, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Guess it doesn't matter.
Little B&E, baby.
Blast right through, yeah.
Whatever. It was still cool that.
The more we talk about this movie, the more I'm realizing. Okay, so I enjoyed it more than I did a decade ago because I'm getting good at it, like embracing the cheese and everything.
Yeah.
This movie is not very coherent. It does not follow its own rules. Like by all accounts, it's not a good movie, but somehow it's still pretty entertaining.
Yeah,
it works, right? There's points where you're like, what the fuck is going on, or this is super cheese, or like.
But somehow
it works.
It's because it's brisk. It doesn't waste a moment. There's no real time to think about any of that kind of shit because everything is entertaining.
Yeah,
the whole time you're watching.
I do like the part where they're at the dinner table and they think he's a fucking vampire and they're giving him all the tests and whatnot. And he's not, and like you could just see him like, fuck, let's do something else. And like Corey Feldman's like, I don't know what else to do. Like it was good. It worked. I enjoyed it.
No, I love garlic, but jeez.
Imagine if at the end of that whole thing, he like walked up to fucking one of the kids and he's like, I know what you were doing tonight. Like he just revealed it to them right
Or
there.
just like opened his mouth and one fang came down and he just like winks at him
night,
and walks
boys.
out. Right, exactly. Yeah, that'd be fucking cool as shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then that movie falls apart because then he's going to yell at his mom, like, don't go out with her again. Go out
but
with him again.
she's not going to believe him.
True, because she doesn't.
But that's why all this shit didn't work on him, because he was invited in.
Yeah, you have no power.
Right.
Didn't invite you this time. See, none of these rules make fucking sense, honestly. But again, the whole movie doesn't take itself that seriously. I guess that's where it's a horror comedy.
So does it matter because we're thinking about it too hard?
Again, it's all about embracing the cheese. Like, this movie is not taking itself. We're taking this movie way more seriously than it took itself. For sure.
Right.
But then again, like, some of the performances like led me to believe that it took itself very seriously. Like Kiefer specifically, like that motherfucker like acts dangerous in this movie.
Yeah.
You know,
He's always
acts that way.
looking down his nose, or like
Yeah.
He does a great job.
Yeah.
I've never seen something, again, with Kiefer in it where I was like, man, he's the weakest link in this movie.
No.
Never
He's
has
always
been good, man.
Yeah. And again.
But then again, outside of like the 3 movies that I know he's in, I'm having trouble thinking of more Kiefer Sutherland movies.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, again, he was in 24 for a while, right?
Yeah.
So that took a lot of time out from him
How many
being
years
in
was
movies.
that? 4 or 5 seasons?
More than that.
Yeah, it was
probably like 8 or 9
A
or
lot of
something.
times, once an actor will do like a show like that, they're done for a while. You know?
Yeah, well, then he did the movie.
Well, he did. Wait a minute. He was the bad guy on the other end of the phone booth.
Was he?
Yeah.
Perfect. That
Wow,
makes perfect
Joel and
sense
him,
now.
like, working
Yeah.
together, man.
Why wasn't he in Batman?
Oh man, that's a good.
I
point.
bet you they tried. They
probably
had
did.
to have tried.
Man, imagine him being Batman with that voice. Kept you waiting, huh?
Oh man.
Yeah.
That would have been sick.
That would have been cool. I could see it.
Yeah, I could see him being Batman for sure. I could definitely see him being like a
Just
good
somebody,
Batman,
yeah.
dude.
Or just a
Fuck.
good villain in Batman.
He'd be a good Joker, just the way he looks.
He'd been a good Mr. Freeze.
Oh, Flatliners.
Oh, yeah, Flatliners.
Kiefer. Come on, have you seen that one?
He
bro?
was in, I believe it's
very good.
Taking Lives. No, that's Ethan Hawke. You look like Ethan Hawke.
A Time to Kill. He was in that.
Yeah. That's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in a bunch over the.
Yeah, he's pretty good, man.
Yeah, and then his dad, Donald Sutherland,
Yep.
is just as good as an actor, if not better than him.
He was in what's that movie? Is it where he's like
The
playing
Omen? The Omen.
at the end he's just like screaming.
It's The Omen. I think.
Is the Omen?
He's like pointing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's The Omen.
Oh yeah.
And
There's the meme about that
Yeah,
all over
yeah,
the place.
Donald Sutherland was also in Animal House for about 5 seconds. Just fucking the student.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, who is your favorite character in this movie?
Probably, I guess probably Michael.
Okay.
That he's the main dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's either Michael or Kiefer. I think both of them did fine jobs.
Yeah.
You know, there's just something about Kiefer Sutherland and that fucking jet blonde hair, and
He has a presence when he's
Yeah,
on the
he
screen,
certainly
right?
does.
He commands-
He's got
Absolutely.
that
he
coat,
commands it.
that coat that he's
Certainly
wearing,
does.
just his walk and everything. Even when like, the beginning of the movie, he's walking on the not the Ferris wheel, the fucking merry-go-round.
Yeah.
He has a presence walking
All
on
the
that.
confidence and charisma
Yeah.
in the world, man. Yeah.
Or even when they're in the tree and he like comes out of the shadows and you see him finally in the makeup and he's just like, now you know who we are or whatever. Like, oh, fuck.
Shit.
And then cracking that skull. Yeah.
You can just tell he always has an agenda. He's just very direct, and yeah, he does a really, really great job in the movie. But I mean, what's his name too? Michael does a really, really good job too of just being like a pained guy struggling with this thing. He's like obviously in over his head, trying to fit in with the cool kids. He's like the more relatable one.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Sucks, man. Honestly, he was just trying to like mac on a girl and fit in with the cool guys in his new hometown and like, or his new town.
And now he's a
just-
vampire.
Now he's a fucking vampire after like one night. Like, fuck.
But couldn't that be like a good, like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Like coming of age story or something.
Well, not just that, just like, hey, be careful who you hang out with because you don't know what their
He
real
literally-
intentions are.
His friends literally jump off a bridge, and he's like, "I guess I'll jump off this bridge too."
Right into the fog too.
Well, okay, well, hold on. He doesn't. He's trying to hold on, and he finally just lets go because he can't hold on anymore.
No. What? Okay.
Before. Okay.
That
Yeah,
first
you're right.
jump,
You're right.
If I look down and
He
a bunch
goes
of people are
down.
like, "Oh, we're all hanging here, we're fine," I'd be like, "I'm going
Michael,
home.
come on, Michael.
I'm going home. You guys are fucking nuts."
Yeah.
I don't want to hang with you guys. Sorry, I'll make new friends somewhere else. This
Right.
is fucking stupid.
I just fucking moved here.
You guys are
killing
assholes.
me.
Yeah.
So I know not to jump off a bridge if Brent's around, or Brent, if George is around, to be like, hey, let's hang out. Let's go to a bridge.
I'll be like another time, dude. I'll catch you guys at the fucking. Let's play Guitar Hero at the arcade. Like I'm not fucking.
Hell yeah,
at all.
that sounds like fun too.
Not jumping off a bridge with you, fucking guys. Sorry. We can be a different kind of friends.
A different kind of friends. Okay, so let's go to it. Who's your least favorite character? Corey Haim.
Corey Haim, big time. Absolutely.
See, I didn't mind him in this movie. I get maybe it's because in that time period I'm equating the movies to like the Three Ninjas, like that style of acting where they're a fucking kid and I know they're not good at acting, but they're still delivering the lines and it works.
Doesn't work for me.
Okay.
It's the other two vampires.
The guy that gets
The one that's
electrocuted.
not Alex Winter, the one that's not Kiefer, the other two.
Yeah, they're just there.
They're like the guys in Wayne's World who are in the band,
Yeah.
but they're in the background,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
Do I frighten you?
But they
Do you
made,
want me
they
to?
made the poster.
They did, which makes no sense.
Yeah,
if you think about it.
No, take them off with the Frog Brothers. on.
Exactly,
Right.
yeah. I mean, Corey Haim's there, but it looks like he's part of the fucking
He's
the gang.
Corey Haim's the only person on that poster who's not a vampire.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, good point.
Man, we could have done an interview with the vampire. That movie's good too.
The movie's good, but it is ultra homoerotic.
I
We
believe
just
that's
watched
the
Lost Boys.
point.
What does that mean?
This movie is also very homoerotic.
I don't think so.
Most Joel Schumacher movies are.
I
Well,
agree
definitely
with
the
that
Batmans.
point, yeah.
Definitely the Batmans.
What's
Did you see Sexy
what
Sax
is-
Man greased up for 5 minutes?
Ah, shit, you're right. I was like gonna say, like, explain yourself, and then fuck,
all of a
there's a
sudden, like,
sax.
shit, am I gay?
He was playing that sax pretty good.
His mouth
Well, whatever he was doing, man, that song was fucking getting it. Now, everybody in the crowd was like, it didn't look like they were listening to the same song that was being played.
No,
Yeah,
it's
they
like-
were dancing
It's like they were
away
playing
and-
like Guns N' Roses and then dubbed
right,
that over.
exactly.
Yeah.
I want to make sure everyone's having a good time, so we're gonna use a different song afterwards.
But we really got to get Sexy Sax Man up there.
We got to. He won't even be here on the day we film it, but we'll get him up there. It's fine. No, so my least favorite character, honestly, and you kind of said it, was Star. Like, what does she really do in the movie besides just be a plot device?
Nothing. Literally nothing.
Yeah. Does she do good acting? Kind of,
Does
but
she do good acting?
Does she do?
Thank you for that sentence.
Does she do
Steve.
that acting?
hey,
It's time to play.
yo.
It's time to play that hockey. Do that hockey.
I say that now every face-off.
Time
to do that hockey.
Do the hockey.
At the first part of the game, I'm like, let's do that hockey. And everybody looks at me like, you're fucking stupid. I'm like, we're about to do the hockey.
We're about to do the hockey.
And then I score a goal on the first fucking shot of every game. And I don't know why it's happening. Anyways, favorite parter scene.
I should have been thinking about this segment.
It is hard to kind of pinpoint because, again, the movie goes through it so fast.
Yeah.
There's no real big, like, set pieces other than the end and maybe when they go into the cave and they see them hanging.
My man does cameos with the chain.
With this, yeah, he has to. How much?
$55.
All right,
That's
I know what I'm
insane.
getting George for his birthday. What day's your actual birthday?
November 1st.
All right.
It says, "Hey guys, it's Tim Cappello from the Lost Boys. I'd love to make a special video for you, and of course I'll have my sax with me to knock out a riff or two. Sorry, I don't do commercials. Thanks."
I fucking love it. Oh my God, he doesn't do commercials. Too bad. Can we get like an intro for the decision reel?
Believe me, I
decision real.
guarantee there are some shitty actors on there.
Oh yeah.
Is Chi McBride on here? Hold on.
Oh my God, Cheever. Look for Corey Feldman. Even I bet you he's on that bitch.
Oh man.
I bet you his.
We could get a whole bunch of people just saying, "Welcome to the decision reel." Or,
Oh
this
my
is
God.
This is Corey Feldman.
This is
You're
a
listening
really
to the
good
decision
idea.
reel. Yeah, fuck yeah. Why not?
This is a really good idea.
Let's get like 17 people and pay them all $50 to say, "Welcome to the decision reel."
These guys are smart. For any promo requests, please book me at my business price.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be even more.
Do you,
No,
Chi McBride,
do you know how much Corey Feldman costs?
probably 200.
What if you just tell him how much? $1,000.
more than that?
No,
More than
no, no,
1,000?
no, less than
500. 500.
Nah, less.
450.
$300.
That's not
could see
terrible. I mean, Corey Feldman was a big fucking deal in the
It was like
90s.
$40 to get a picture with him for like 30 seconds, so I could see that.
I would pay $40 for a picture with Corey Feldman. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I didn't. I just took a picture with somebody
She
else and then
McBride.
took the picture that
Nice.
he got.
She McBride is not on Cameo.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's probably busy with life.
Damn it. He's my favorite, one of my favorite actors of all time.
It's got Khan on there.
Oh.
I bet you his has got to be like $100.
He's not on there.
Mm. Did you see when The Undertaker was doing it?
Oh, yeah.
That was so
All
cringeworthy.
Elite Scooby-Doo.
I guess my favorite scene is probably when you're eating maggots.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
That whole scene was pretty well done. And everything up to it when get in the fucking chases with the bike. Everything up to then was very, very good. That whole sequence was very good.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of my favorite scenes, I have a couple. I mean, obviously the bridge scene where they're hanging out the bridge, that's a cool scene, right? Like it shows that, hey, you want to hang with us, you got to kind of let go of your fears or whatever, and what is really fucking happening. And the first guy that falls, he's like, fuck, he calls out his name because he thinks he's dying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And let's be real for a second. Hanging off the bottom of a bridge like that is fucking intense to begin with.
And then the train.
And then a train going over it.
Oh,
Oh my
like
God.
Shaking.
I don't even think anybody could hold on.
That's
No.
insane.
But it's a cool fucking look. You know what I mean? Like
That's a very well done scene all the way through.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like the phone call to his mom scene where he's like, his brother is outside his fucking window floating and yelling at him, and he calls his mom like, oh my God, he's gonna fucking kill me, and you know, whatever. And then she comes home and he's like, oh, it was just a scary comic.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah.
You're scared of a
You
comic?
can tell she's fucking. She said that. She's like, I'm done with you guys.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like, it's so good.
Yeah.
I will say the when he comes home that one time in the morning and he's got the sunglasses on I think it's after he has sex with what's her face.
Yeah.
And the mom's like, we need to talk or whatever. I was like, man, that
was
so
a really well done scene. Yeah.
'cause it feels
she's
real.
trying to connect with him. She's like, we're friends, right?
Right.
And let's do what friends do. Let's talk.
Right.
And she's just, she really wants to be there. She was a good character.
I
They
feel
did a
like
really good job with her.
that's probably why this movie kind of holds up, is it feels like a family drama mixed in with
Sure it
vampires
does. The
and
mom
whatnot.
keeps thinking it's like, oh, you don't want him to replace your dad. Like they keep coming back to
Yeah,
that. And
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like, fuck all that. Like, no, he's a fucking vampire for real.
Even the grandfather, when he comes in, says, looks like a man who's just, scored or whatever,
Yeah.
and he did
Yeah.
too. Or
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
All that dynamic, the
Yep.
family dynamic was very, very good.
Yeah. Another part I really like, speaking of the grandfather, is the TV guide scene.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't need to be in the movie, but it's so good.
Yeah, the whole grandfather really doesn't need to be in the movie at all.
You're right, until the end when he's the one who saves the day, but...
They didn't even need to do that. Like, I don't really understand why they did that.
Well, so if it wasn't for him taxidermying all these people, would they have killed all the vampires?
Because they wouldn't have had all that stuff around the house.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
And that was another thing that I've read, that he was taxidermying all this stuff to drink the blood of the animals.
Oh, so he didn't have to.
Exactly. And that's why he had his own shelf that said old fart with, like, don't touch any of this stuff.
I just have a hard time, but like, I think
Oh.
I've established that I don't think they thought about this movie very hard. They didn't take it that seriously, so I have a hard time believing that they went that far, that many levels ahead. You know what I'm saying?
You never know, though, right?
I don't think they put that much thought into this movie to say all that and allude to all these secret things. I love that theory.
Yeah, sure.
Now I hated it an hour ago. I love it now.
What I do like, though, is they made a comic book after this movie. So there's the Lost Boys comic books,
Oh,
right?
shit.
And the movie is kind of centered around comic books and shit. I think that's kind of cool.
That is cool. So it's like sequel comics?
I didn't look hard into it.
I'll
it might be
fucking read 'em
prequels.
tonight,
It might
man.
be
That's cool.
It might be afterwards. I know the Sexy Sax Man is in it.
Oh, shit.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
I got the Comixology app. I'll see if it's on there, man.
for sure.
I'm distracted. I'm looking at B-movie actors.
Oh fuck! I need to make a list.
Cameo?
It's just ridiculous how many people are on
Is
here.
you said Bruce Campbell is on there?
I mean,
He was at one time
That's
because I
so
remember
cool.
looking at him going, "Man, I can't pay $200 or whatever it was."
I love him
for-
so much. I would
Yeah,
pay.
dude.
Yeah,
I was-
That's what I'm gonna get my dad for his birthday.
I've been watching
he's
Ash.
not on there right now.
Okay, I've been watching Ash vs. Evil Dead again. Dude, it's so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Do yourself a favor, Brent. Watch that goddamn show.
I will.
Watch it.
What's it?
Ash vs. Evil Dead.
All right.
Watch
I
it.
mean, you keep talking about it.
Give yourself the
It's
first
good.
2 episodes, and if you're not into it by then, I will be like, all right, you're fine. But it is so good, and the one-liners in it. and everything that Bruce Campbell has to say. If you loved Army of Darkness,
I did love Army of
There's
Darkness.
no way you cannot like it.
Was that your first time seeing it?
Yes.
Oh, man.
You don't even have to worry about watching the actual Evil Dead movies or anything. Just go into this fucking fresh. They kind of go over a little bit of it, but it's fucking perfect.
Okay.
So this movie though, The Lost Boys, Brent, did you have a favorite part or scene?
Favorite part of the scene is
Like that favorite part of the scene.
or a scene, excuse me, is when they retreat into the like that when they're flying in that like high pitched like, and then they retreat into the you get the first glimpse of the like lair. Like,
Okay, yeah.
like just aerial straight into their little tomb there. And I just liked how when they're hanging out and like that's blood, Michael, and that's maggots, Michael, and like he's spitting it all up, and Star's like, stop messing with him, blah blah blah, or whatever. But I just feel like that like was such a hipster thing before there was hipster things. Like
You're right.
I feel like that would be like some like girl's bedroom today.
That whole layer.
That whole layout.
The layer was very cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Like some chick that works at a coffee shop. That's their apartment. Like completely set
like
up.
literally Jim Morrison and everything. Like
Yeah,
it has not been modernized.
No, not at all.
I'm with you.
you know what it kind of reminded me of? What was that movie that we watched where she had that room that had windows for the room? The fucking record store one.
Oh,
High Fidelity.
Yeah, High Fidelity.
She had that room where it was literally a giant room, but then she made her room out of windows.
Yep.
That was kind of cool. And
Oh,
that
yeah,
reminded me of like that.
That was the black chick.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like her apartment was a studio, but she kind of made a bedroom out of like glass panes and
That was
windows and
sick.
shit.
Yeah. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were we entertained?
Very much.
Yeah, man. Way more than I expected to be. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, even if this movie's not coherent, which it kind of is, and there's certain parts where you're like, man, it still keeps you entertained.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't look at my phone minus a couple notes I wrote down or like, oh, fuck, who's that guy or whatever. Like, I was doing it because of the movie, not
Right.
fuck this movie.
Sure, sure.
Whatever, right? So I don't see how even if somebody today watches it, they're going to be like, man, this ain't for me. Like,
I'm
there's
not-
stuff for everybody in this movie, and
Agreed.
it keeps you entertained.
I don't know if I would say, like, if I recommended this movie to somebody, I don't think I would say, this is a really good movie. You're going to love it. I think I would just be like, you need to watch it.
That's what it is.
You know,
yeah.
like
Just watch it and
Yeah,
come up with your own opinion.
yeah,
You're either
I
gonna
would never be like, The Lost Boys is it's one of the best movies I've ever seen. I
No,
love
no,
it
no.
so much.
Right.
basically it's
You
one of
know.
those you're not gonna hate it, and you need to watch it.
Yeah.
Like if you're a movie
I
buff,
expect you to be
you need to watch
entertained
it.
for sure, no matter what. But I'm never going to say it's a good movie. Somehow it maintains it. It still ends up being entertaining. It's kind of a weird anomaly.
I agree with that.
Are we about to?
Yeah, I was gonna say pick the phone
make a
up.
phone call.
Would we recommend it to our mothers?
Oh yeah.
I don't think
want
there's-
to say it. I want to.
I don't think there's been a movie that I haven't. Maybe one that I haven't recommended to my mom or my parents.
My mom's not going to watch this.
No,
She might have watched it in the 80s when it came out because she was like
Probably.
in
I
her
mean,
20s. But not today.
Yeah. This is the first time she doesn't pick up.
I know, maybe.
Oh my God.
Mom, please.
What are you doing, Mom?
It's Monday. You know what's going on.
You know you gotta have your phone ready,
I know. I should start calling her ahead of time.
or like texting her like, "I'm gonna call you 5 minutes."
Yeah. Honestly, we're lucky that she's answered as many times as she has.
Really?
Hello?
Hey! Well, we were worried you weren't going to answer. We were just talking about how I need to start texting you ahead of time.
Oh, I was vacuuming.
Jeez Louise, what a great mom. You're basically a regular staple on the podcast now, Mom, so you ought to expect to call around this time every Monday, okay?
Okay.
All right, so the movie this week, we're still on spooky season. The movie this week is The Lost Boys.
Oh, the original.
Yeah.
Oh, she knows there's sequels.
Good movie.
You like The Lost Boys?
All right.
I love it. I didn't like the new one, the remake.
Not the remake, the sequel, is that the one
It's
you're
like
talking
the
about?
New Blood or something it's called.
New Blood, the Tribe or something?
Or, yeah, the Tribe. That's what it is.
You didn't like that one?
Oh, no, I don't think I saw that one.
Did they remake this movie?
No, they didn't remake the Lost.
Are you thinking
Yeah, the
Fright Night,
original
Mom?
The original people that were in it were like Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah.
They redid it with some other people.
I think you might be
About
tripping.
10 years ago. It sucked.
Oh man, okay. Well, so what's your favorite part of this one?
I don't know. I kind of like the whole.
The whole thing?
Yeah, I don't think I really had a favorite part.
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. Did you find it really cheesy, or did you find it like just really good?
In some parts it was cheesy, but it was good.
Like, when was the last time you saw it, I guess, is the real question. When was the last time you saw it?
Last time I saw it, oh Lord, probably when we lived in Florida, so like 20 years ago.
Oh my God.
Wow.
All right. Yeah, but I saw it today and I hadn't seen it before in like a decade. All right, Mom. Thank you. Just wanted to hear.
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah. You know what? I saw it today and I liked it. I liked it a lot more than I expected to.
Yeah. It's a good
Yeah.
movie.
All right. Thanks, Mom. Thank you for sharing your opinion.
Okey-doke.
All right. Love you. Bye.
So
Yo, you can get a cameo from the Frog Brothers.
what?
Both of them?
They still dress up and do it.
That's
He got his
awesome,
headband and everything.
dude. Come on, that's awesome. How much?
$350.
Yeah. Okay, so your mom is not wrong.
What? They
There was
remade the
there was
Lost
a
Boys?
TV remake in
What?
2020 of The Lost Boys. I don't know where it was, on whatever, but on IMDb it says TV adaptation of the 1987 film The Lost Boys about a group of teenage vampires who terrorize the new kids in town. It does not look like anybody good is in this movie.
She
and
was
I think-
totally right.
Yeah. Now, again, there was The Lost Boys, The Tribe, that came
Yeah.
out in 2008, and then Lost Boys, The Thirst, that came out in 2010.
I feel like after watching this, I'm going to get like super deep in the Lost Boys universe.
I kind of
need
like
know
want
all
to
of
watch, yeah, even though The Lost Boys, The Tribe got a 4.5 out of 10 on IMDb, I kind of want to watch it.
this. I'm with you, dude.
Right? Like,
Same.
just to see where they go with it and
Yeah.
see what's going on. Like, Corey Feldman's in it. Fucking, I think the mom's in it. There's a whole bunch of people in it. And then the Lost Boys, wait, that was The Tribe. What's The Thirst? The Thirst. I mean, fucking Corey Feldman's still in it. Good for him. That one's a little better, 5.1. I'm here. I'll watch him. I don't even care.
Yeah, no,
I don't even care.
I'll watch them.
Yeah, fuck it. Speaking of watching,
Oh my God.
you're a little louder.
That's true.
The film was originally set to be directed by Richard Donner, and the screenplay, written by Janice Fisher and James Jeremias, was modeled on Donner's recent hit, The Goonies.
I would have loved fucking Richard Donner directing this movie.
If you look, it says produced by in the beginning.
Dig it.
In this way, the film was envisioned as a more of a juvenile vampire adventure with 13 or 14-year-old vampires, while the Frog Brothers were chubby 8-year-old Cub Scouts, and the character of Star was a young boy. When Donner committed to the other projects that he had, Joel Schumacher was approached to direct the film. He insisted on making the film sexier and more adult, bringing on screenwriter Jeffrey Baum to retool the script and raise the ages of the characters.
Wow, Jeffrey Baum did not do a good job.
Jeffrey Baum went, look,
He bombed.
you know what we need in this movie? A fucking guy greased up playing the saxophone.
I want to
Exactly.
know who approached Tom Cappello.
I know, right?
Right?
And what would he be doing if he wasn't in that movie?
Well, no. You don't understand.
That's the real
He's
question.
a real recording
I know he is, but that I'm saying, like, what would he be as famous as he is now?
No.
No, definitely not. Like, what would he be doing with his life if it wasn't for the fucking Lost Boys? If he's on Cameo for $55,
He'd probably be in a houseboat that's permanently docked. You know?
playing sax,
Yeah.
greased up.
Yeah.
Still doing the same thing, just for way less money.
Yeah.
I'll say this,
Yeah, he'd be playing like Tiki.
Yeah.
no homo, that dude was in great fucking shape, killing it on that sax.
Oh, yeah. You
So,
don't see a whole lot of buff guys playing
no,
brass instruments.
no.
Yeah,
And
like he's so bold, so brave.
he's so
He's so brave.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he should have done something.
Right?
If he wouldn't have stuck to being like, I was the dude in the Lost Boys, I feel like he could have had a great career.
Maybe he did. Maybe we don't know.
Maybe you're right. But I feel like he's that guy where you go to those Comic-Cons and he's in the back room with the one little Virgil sign going,
Yeah.
I'm fucking WWE superstar.
And like everybody there is like also dressed as him because
Right,
like
exactly.
Like,
The
he
five
doesn't
people.
he doesn't have many fans, but they are devoted.
I got the fucking chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. Black leather pants and a saxophone.
I love it.
They are all
And a
subscribed to his
ponytail.
OnlyFans. Every one of them.
I love it.
This was Corey Haim and Corey Feldman's first film together, which marked the start of the popular 80s trend, The Two Coreys, in which Feldman and Haim starred together in a number of teenage films.
I want to know how many.
If it's anything like the Olsen sisters, probably at
No
least
way.
10. No, yeah, definitely not. But I mean, they were like a big fucking deal, man. I remember
The Corys?
Yeah.
Man, they were everywhere.
and it's not like they were really good actors. It was just like a cool thing, you know, like you were part of the clique.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
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 The new location of the Atlantis Fantasy World comic book store, which was featured in this film, is owned by Joe Ferrara II, who still carries the original #1 issue of Vampires Everywhere that Sam reads in the film
That was a real comic.
for the movie.
Okay, so no.
But he keeps the only original one that was made for it.
Which kind of makes it like the rarest comic of all time.
Kind of, when you think about it.
Kind
Right?
of. Yeah.
If there's only one made and he's got
Like
it.
not to say it was like a properly published
Sure,
comic,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah.
What a great title.
Vampires everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The comic,
Oh my god. Okay, sorry, keep going.
The comic was created only for this film, and its opening page is signed by all of the cast members from the movie. The owner, Joe Ferrara II, I don't know why it's not Junior, allows any shopper to hold it and take a photo with it free of charge.
Where's this place at? I want to go.
It's same place, the
Santa Rosa. There's
Santa-
no way that
Santa-
place is still there.
Atlantis Fantasy World comic book store. Look it up.
All right.
Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk.
Atlantis
Fantasy World
Fantasy World
comic book store.
comic book store.
So I went on a deep dive because there's one thing that Corey Haim
So,
says in this movie.
It's
Yep,
not
go.
on the boardwalk anymore. Well, no, this place has parking spots. So
Okay.
it has moved, but it's still in Santa Cruz. Yes.
Okay, cool. And it's still open.
Still very much open.
So I do know that there was a earthquake that went through and basically decimated the boardwalk where that originally was.
All right.
So they had to remake it. So maybe they moved it off the boardwalk or something.
Huh.
But what I wanted to say was I did go on a deep dive because Corey Haim says about the Batman #14 comic book being like
I
there's
thought he
only
said number
one.
4.
No, it was 14.
Okay.
Was it 4 or 14?
We'll look it up. I thought it
It's
was
either 4 or 14, but
okay.
I remember hearing that when I first watched this movie and going, there's no way there's only like one of those or 4 of those or whatever it was in existence. So that's what it was. He said there's only 4 of them in existence.
That's what you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. There's not. There's way more. It's obviously a valuable comic book if you can get it in a very good condition at like a 9 or 10 or whatever for like $50,000.
That was just some dialogue.
That was Joel Schumacher being like, hey, I know shit. But he did.
I don't even think he was doing that. It was literally just throwaway dialogue. He was like, nobody gives a fuck about comics.
At the time, you're right. You know what I mean? Like
No,
comic
it's
book
not like it was
culture
today.
wasn't huge. Yeah.
Not like it is today.
Oh, no,
You know,
no.
you can't get away with that now. But back then, nobody gave a fuck about
Well, what's
comics.
crazy is you
It's like,
don't
whatever.
even-
Just say some comic book shit.
Yeah, Marvel was like on the verge of bankruptcy.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And look at where they are now.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Dang, honestly, this is like, well, I don't know. This is modern era. Well, never mind. Save that for a comic book podcast someday.
Oh, okay.
I could go into it.
We could go into it. We could do
I,
it. All right.
I could. I love that shit.
Every year at the landmark Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk in Santa Cruz, California, this film is screened as part of the park's free summer movie series. Beachgoers may bring outdoor furniture and supplies to watch after sunset. Many features of the town shown can still be recognized, most notably the rides and games of the boardwalk itself.
All right. I'm going to California. God
Right.
damn it.
Right? That's cool.
That's super tight.
The fact that they just play this every year.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah.
Thought it was going to be Rocky Horror. A little disappointed, sir.
Yeah.
It was weird because last week I was waiting for it. I was like,
Yeah,
come on,
yeah.
Rocky Horror. And
I
you're
was
like,
ready, man. I was
we're
ready.
gonna do Lost Boys.
I changed my mind.
And you know what? I don't hate it because
We can do
obviously
we can do Rocky Horror anytime, buddy.
That's true.
it's that, you know what? And that's what I thought when he said it. I was like, Rocky Horror doesn't exist for Halloween always.
True.
Or spooky season. It can be a movie whenever.
Sure,
Right.
sure.
You know, and this podcast knows no bounds. We don't have any set goals or things we got to pick. You can pick any
I do
fucking
love that
movie
we
you want
stuck to spooky season theme, though. Like, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that was a good. That was good.
Whose pick is it this week?
We'll
It
get to
is-
that later.
Yeah.
We're going to get to that
Oh,
later.
never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah, yeah.
We're watching. Oh,
No. You're going to love the shit out of that movie.
too many guests on this show now.
I want to hear what these guys. Well, we'll talk about it in a minute.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
So, in the documentary Blood-Sucking Cinema in 2007, Corey Haim said that all of the blood had glitter in it to give it a shimmering effect and was slimier than other fake blood. Twilight. So if you notice, and that's what I wanted to get into when you said it, glitter and glistening and whatnot that is just so Twilight. And if you look when they get out of the
and there's sexy vampires
in the sexy vampires, dude, what if the fucking sax man was a vampire? You don't know.
He looked like one,
right?
He was pretty sexy.
Yeah. But after they go in the cave and they come out, if you look at their clothes, the Frog Brothers, they're covered in glitter.
Glittery.
Oh yeah. So,
which I thought was at the time, I thought that was just I didn't know that they did the glitter on purpose. I thought that was literally just like every now and then, like special effects from old movies look different because we're seeing them on HD TVs now.
Yeah.
And like you'll pick up
So the
things that
transfer,
like I don't think they ever intended.
Yeah,
and I thought that was one of those things. They were just trying to make it look like wet, and then that was like a byproduct. I don't know.
Fox has a 4K channel that's beta right now, and they only do sport, like certain sporting events.
Mm-hmm.
I watched baseball in 4K.
Was it crazy?
I switched back to the HD just to be like, it can't be that much better.
Yeah.
You could see what the people are eating in the stands.
It's wild. So you just made my brain go, oh my God, I remember a memory. So back in probably 2004 or 5, when HD was just coming out, I remember watching, we had NHL Center Ice, and we were watching a hockey game, probably the Leafs, and my dad at this point had like a 60-inch projection screen TV.
Yep.
The ones where like they look like you could live in them.
Yeah. So we had one of those big box motherfuckers.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember we first got one of the first HD channels, and it was CBC Hockey Night in Canada. And it was like, all right, let's switch to it and see what this fucking looks like. And you're like, oh, well, yeah, that looks all right. And just like you said, it can't be that much different. You switch back, you're like, oh my God, we were watching this?
Right.
It looks like fuzz.
I always said, like, people are like, oh, what's the one thing, like, what was the question that was asked to me? I don't really remember the question, but the answer was like people who are dead.
Yeah.
Who didn't get to, like, live in an HD world. Like, imagine.
You're
imagine
right.
dying in, like, 2000.
You don't even know the best part of whatever. Well, you know what? Now you're not. Yeah, okay, this is weird. I had a conversation with one of my friends last night driving to hockey about this. Like, the world ended, to me, the good time of the world ended a month before September 11th. Everything was free and everybody was happy doing their own thing. Yeah. Everything was booming, and then that happened and it changed the course of history, right? Obviously for a big time, but the world itself is completely different now because of that.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like literally innocence lost to the whole world.
Yeah. Right. I mean, we literally gave the government the right to just spy on us around the clock. Yeah. Because we were scared.
But not only that, but like everything is completely different. Movies were put on hold or just stopped, producing because it could be kind of sensitive to what's going on. People were shitty to each other. Or people were nice to each other now for a little bit because of it and all this shit. The world literally stopped for a week because of it.
Yeah. Everything was different, yeah.
So going past that, like the world today is completely different because of that one instance, right? So go back another 150 years, people then, their thought process was completely different than somebody's thought process today, right? Like you could sit there and watch a horror movie today and you go upstairs and you're scared because the light's off, right? Because your brain is making you think of, what could be there, these monsters. 150 years ago, you didn't have that. What were you scared of in the dark? Or were you?
I read a quote one time. It's like, you're not afraid of being alone in the dark. You're afraid of not being alone.
Exactly.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. Like, so, yeah, obviously.
I mean, 150 years ago, the fucking devil, dude. Like witches and shit, honestly. Like, you go back too far, and it's like literally like, no, I'm pretty sure the fucking whatever, actual boogeyman is in there.
Well, yeah, like, obviously there's campfire stories and like the stories have been passed around forever.
No, I'm talking about like
Jesus.
Like you go to like not that long ago, and people were like, literally, the devil is in the woods just outside of our little provincial town.
You're right. Watch The Witch. Like, yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. But what I'm saying is like, okay, so let's say you're walking in the woods today and you find a cave that maybe no one has been in for fucking 150 years.
Sure.
You're walking down those steps into it. What's in the back of your mind? You're scared of the things that you have experienced in your life, right? Because that's your brain. It's making it up. So you've seen every scary movie. Your brain's going, fuck, it could be vampires. It could be this, it could be that, it could be whatever. 150 years ago, what's that person going down those steps thinking?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, probably like the devil.
But are they? Because they're not. But what I'm saying,
you think they're fearless?
Well, no, I'm
Maybe
saying
not fearless, but they don't have as much to be afraid of.
that's what
No
I'm
way.
saying.
Then they're afraid of fucking crazy people out in the woods, and they're afraid of fucking. No, I think people were more fearful back then. I think
it's
their
one of those-
imaginations took them further. Look at the mythology people have come up with. You know,
I'm just
the
saying-
monsters that people have invented.
150 years ago is more survival than it was, okay, what's in this cave? You know what I mean? Like, I got to go down for food or find whatever. Maybe not 150 years, but what I'm saying is your brain thinks differently now because we're seeing all these things, and our brains, to me, are working differently than someone who's looking for survival. You know what I mean? So are you afraid of going down in this dark hole because of what you've heard of a campfire story? Or are we more scared now because we have all these things that we're watching that aren't real, that in the back of our brain are making us go, fuck, what could it be? Or what is that? Or
Right.
I'm scared to go upstairs when the lights are off and I got to run up the stairs because the boogeyman's going to get me.
I see what you're saying. I don't agree, but I see what you're saying.
Okay.
I could keep going. I keep elaborating with that. Go down that train, but we don't have to do that.
We can talk about whatever we want. This is free reign, motherfucker.
Well,
Exactly.
I would say that like post-industrialization, right? We learned to not be afraid of things. We started to think we were invincible. We had created our little societies. We created our cities and our towns. We had pushed those edges of the forest that used to contain the devil beyond even our imagination.
Sure.
We were safe. So until something, in this case, we alluded to 9/11, invaded that space, and it was like, no, you're not invincible in your little. That's why that was so bad, because we had created these bubbles of society where we thought, no, we are invincible, we do control everything. Boom, no, you're fucking not. The reason that hurt so much is because it brought us back to the era when we are the woods are right there. It did remind us that, like, no, like the boogeyman is right fucking there. Like we should have been this scared all along, and we had pushed it away. That was the false reality, was pushing it away.
Profound.
People would have children, and they wouldn't even get attached to him until they were like 4 or 5 years old. Because
You're right, yeah.
Because they were like, they're probably going to die. Like, the world is a harsh, cruel place.
Yeah, you're right.
The devil was always in the woods. And I think people had a lot to be fearful of before. A fucking dog will fucking kill your whole family or a fucking snake will come into your house and fucking bite you in the middle of the fucking night and kill your whole family and shit. Like,
you could be cold one night.
we don't live in
and
that
you're
world
dead.
anymore.
Yeah, you're right. That's what
we
I'm
had
saying.
one fucking moment
Well, what I was trying to allude to is that
of destroying that,
right,
that
but
illusion.
back to the whole, we are at a different point in thinking because we're safe, right?
Right.
So we're making these things up in our head that is scary.
Right.
Where people back then didn't have that other than maybe campfire stories or whatever.
Depends. That's what I'm saying. It depends on what time you're talking about. You
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about when The Lost Boys was released.
No. I'm talking way back, like 150
They
years
did have
ago.
things to be afraid of 150 years ago. Way more than we have to be afraid of now. Way more.
I understand, but I'm saying, are we making things up in our head worse than what was really there that they were afraid of?
I see what you're saying.
Right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Brad's
think they had a pretty
falling
vivid.
asleep.
Huh?
Falling asleep?
This poor guy. I think they had a pretty vivid imagination back then. What interests me is if you look at like the creatures we would come up with, like, I don't know if you look at like Japanese mythology and stuff.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy
All the
shit.
monsters they just
Yeah.
invented.
Yeah.
Just invented out of their own imaginations.
Invented.
Very very interesting things.
Yeah.
People are pretty creative.
Getting back to this. In Max's video store, you can see a single copy of The Goonies, which also stars Corey Feldman.
Yep.
There's also a couple other things in the background I was trying to get, and I'm pretty sure a whole bunch of stuff. It was probably movies or whatever that was from the same company.
Do the truffle shovel.
Come on.
Do it.
Come on.
Corey Feldman almost wasn't in this movie. At the time, Corey struggled with drug abuse at a very young age and showed up to work coming down from a cocaine binge.
Wow.
Director Joel Schumacher was very upset that Corey kept dozing off like Brent right now
Hey, man, I'm sorry. I had a very long weekend.
in a cocaine binge and was
cocaine binges.
unable to continue filming, so he fired him. But he hired him back the next day after Corey apologized and swore to come to work prepared from then on, which he did.
Wow.
So Brent, I'm joking.
Look, man.
I was actually reading a little bit about that today. that like, you know, Corey Feldman really was sad about Joel Schumacher's loss because he was one of the first people to like be like, get your fucking shit together, dude. Like, I love you. I see a future. Like, I think you're talented and everything. Like, one of the first people to believe in him and not use him in the industry and not, you know, he was like abused a lot and stuff, you know.
Oh, yeah,
and to not do any of that and just be like, believe in him.
Well, but at the same time, if he was being abused, like he came out and said he was, like, how could you not do drugs to escape from that? You know what I mean? Like,
sure. I mean, the dude is 100%
to this
a
day,
victim.
he still says that he is being blackballed by Hollywood because he knows too much.
Yeah, I believe it too. And it's
100%
it's
agree.
always the people. Like, everybody's like, oh, Michael Jackson. Like, you know, Joel Schumacher was like a very promiscuous gay man. Like, you would think it would be like, you know,
very promiscuous. Have you seen the Sexy Sax Man? Come on.
right. No, and you would think it would be, you know, those people like in the industry and stuff. But he was like, it's not the people you expect. It is the people you don't.
Well, look
that are
at
the
Brendan
worst.
Fraser. The reason why he got kind of blackballed is some high up whatever person fucking tried to touch him and do shit with him.
I didn't know that.
That's why he was ostracized from
Probably fucking
Hollywood
some
for a
Weinstein
while.
shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. No fucking way. Yeah.
some really high up guy basically took him aside and whatnot at one of these things and basically grabbed his junk and was like, come on, let's go.
This
And
is
he was
how,
like,
this is
absolutely
how
not.
Hollywood works, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Do you,
for sure.
do you not know who Jimmy Stewart is?
Yeah, you're fucking right, man.
Jimmy Stewart.
It's not at my house. It's at Fred's house.
Yeah.
Come on, that's a pretty good movie. Don't ruin it for me.
I mean, he was a gay man, though.
I mean, that doesn't imply
That doesn't
anything,
change
though.
his work.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm just letting
Oh,
it be
right.
known.
In
I'm
Lethal,
not a big fan of that movie, though.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, it's too long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not gonna disagree. It's fucking
Riveting.
long. Keeps on going.
In Lethal Weapon, when Murtaugh and Riggs are walking down the street discussing how Murtaugh owes Hunsaker a movie in the background, there's a marquee that displays The Lost Boys, this year's hit. Richard Donner directed that film and produced The Lost Boys. Both were released in the same year.
No
Wow,
shit.
Yep.
Little cross promotion there. I like
Yeah,
that.
That's kind of cool. Characters in this movie say the name Michael approximately 118 times.
God damn, and I still couldn't fucking remember for the podcast.
Michael.
Yeah, right?
Michael.
Michael.
One of us, Michael. Michael. It is
How-
funny.
How are the maggots, Michael?
Michael Scott.
So Tim Cappello has his own fan page for this movie.
And is it OnlyFans?
It might be at this
Yeah,
point.
like probably.
Play that sax.
I'm gonna look up Tim
Play
Cappello
some sex, man.
OnlyFans, see if it exists.
Yeah.
I think it's Tom or Tim.
Tim. Says I got Tim here.
Okay.
I'm hoping it's Tim. You guys, you don't like Tenacious D, do you?
Not too much.
You've never heard the Saxman song?
No.
You need to hear it. It's like a minute
so
and 30.
good.
It's like a
It's
minute
so
and 30
funny.
seconds
Is it
long.
about Tom Cappello?
It would be hilarious if it was, and knowing Jack Black, it might be.
Yeah.
Fucking play some sax, man.
It's so good.
It is really good. We'll let you listen to it
Yeah,
later.
I recommend it.
At the time the film was made, Alex Winter was still registered as Alexander Winter in the Union. Joel Schumacher begged him to shorten his name so it wouldn't take up too much space in the titles. Because this name couldn't be changed in time, his full name is still made into the finished film, which completely frustrated Schumacher.
Why couldn't I guess it's union rules SAG
Union
that he
rules,
couldn't
yeah.
change it on the credits?
Right. Well, you got to think how many people have the same name, right? So in Union, the Screen Actors Guild Awards and whatnot, all that shit, you got to have a name registered,
Yeah.
right? So if you register as Alex Winter versus Alexander Winter, that could be two different people. You can't be credited as
Sure.
Alex on the movie.
Man, hold on. I want to call the Screen Actors Guild and just start
Throwing names,
random names.
just so people have to pay you.
Yeah.
Dude,
great
that's a
idea.
lot of people did that early in the internet. They would buy up
Domains,
.coms,
yeah.
domain names,
Well, yeah.
and then they would make fucking bank.
Like you own Disney.com before Disney does. You never work.
you hold
again.
out, yeah.
Yeah, you hold out, and they're like, here's a fucking $1 billion. Like,
Yeah.
just give it to
Exactly.
us.
You buy .com, .edu, fucking
Oh, yeah.
.gov, .ca,
.net.
everything.
What's the website for Amazon.ca?
What was the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin, right? Where he's in the we sell your stuff on eBay store.
Yeah.
I just want to buy them now. I'm here. Can I? Well, that's not how it works. You got
Oh, the
buy it on
boots.
eBay. Yeah, with the goldfish.
Is that 40-year-old version?
Yeah.
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 That's Jonah Hill
That
too.
would be
isn't it?
really irritating, though. Like, I'd be like, why do you have an establishment?
I'm here now. Like, I want to buy it. But no, that's not how it works.
He's so confused, poor guy.
During the climax of the film, Edgar Frog states that when a vampire bites it, it's never a pretty sight. Some yell and some scream, some go quietly, some explode, some implode, but all will try to take you with them. All the vampires follow these 4 deaths exactly. Marco, when staked by Edgar, screams as he dies. Paul dissolves in the bathtub of holy water, causing the plumbing in the house to implode on itself.
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne and Max blow up, and David dies very quietly with minimal struggle.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really cool.
That is cool. Yeah.
And they do it in the same order that he tells it. Like,
Yep.
That's
really
pretty cool.
Yeah. The movie didn't originally end on a joke. After the scene with Grandpa at the refrigerator, it was supposed to cut to the surviving Lost Boys regrouping in the sunken hotel. The last shot was of a mural on the wall made in the early 1900s with Max on it, looking exactly the same as he did today. All of this appeared in an early draft of the script, but ultimately was never filmed.
Huh.
So that would have been a cool, different take on it. And-
Other Lost Boys and other vampires?
Correct.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Okay.
Like the Sax Man.
Yes.
I can't with you.
But no, it would have completely changed the whole movie, right? Like the ending of the movie is comical, right? With Grandpa saying whatever. And,
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
All the damn vampire. What does he say? All the something vampires. So
right.
good.
And you're like, oh shit, he knew
He knew
about
the
it the whole
whole
time. Right.
time.
Fuck you, Grandpa. That's why he saves the day at the end when you think about it, and he's got all the stakes on that car.
He's been ready the whole time.
And hold on, if he's driving an old like 1900s Model T Ford, it goes back to the fact that he still might be a vampire. You
like
know
he
what
just
I mean?
had that car for a bajillion years.
Right, like
Yeah.
he bought it brand new, first one off the fucking show floor.
Maybe.
I kind of like it.
Okay.
Yeah. Sax Man.
Tim Cappello, the sexy sax man,
I'm gonna pee for this second.
has
I'm done with sexy sex, man.
has a Spotify.
Okay.
So he has albums.
What's his highest spins?
His highest spin is the one song from.
Yeah, obviously. Okay.
How many streams does it have?
It's got to be in the hundreds of thousands, but I don't think it's like really high. I'm going to say like 150.
150,000.
Yeah.
Try 5.8 million.
God damn. Holy shit.
His
Okay,
his
what's the next one? Yeah.
38,000.
Yeah, exactly. But that's not terrible, you know what I mean? Like Spotify.
If I had 38,000 people listening to my shit, I'd be pumped.
And you got to think he was big in the the late 80s, early 90s. So for him to be on Spotify now and have 30,000 of something else,
Yeah.
that's big.
The song's called "I Still Believe," off of the album "Blood on the Reed,"
Of course.
and he's dressed as.
Yeah. No shirt.
No, he's got a shirt
got a shirt
on, but he's wearing red leather and a cod piece and boots.
Is he oiled?
very oily.
Yeah, I got to. Good for him.
Oh my god, it's so great.
How old is that guy?
Let's
He's got to be like 57.
Let's see how old Tim Cappello, the sexy sax man, is. How old do you think he's? What did you say?
57 maybe.
Tim Cappello, also credited as Timmy Cappello, is an American multi-instrumentalist, composer, and vocalist. He's primarily known for his saxophone work supporting Tina Turner in the 80s
shit.
and
All
90s,
right.
as well as for his musical performance in the 1987 vampire film The Lost Boys. Born May 3rd, 1955 in White Plains, New York, makes him 66 years old.
Wow. I was off by almost 10 years.
So he, I guess he was like a, like traveling.
That's cool. I mean, being with Tina Turner, that's big.
Dude.
Tina Turner was
Proud
fucking
Mary,
huge.
that
Yeah.
song's nothing but saxophone.
Shit, you're right.
Big wheel keep on turning. I'm gonna listen to "I Still Believe" on the way home.
Why not?
He put "I Still Believe" on his record in 2018.
Why wouldn't you?
I'd put it on every record.
Right. It's
Love it.
instant somebody's buying that.
Yeah.
Change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe put a little extra saxophone solo at the end. Maybe at the beginning. Who fucking cares?
Who gives a shit?
I'm listening to it.
Love it.
Good for him. So, Final decision.
Man, it's hard because when I was younger, I loved this movie.
Sure. It's got a great young kid vibe to it that you want to watch it. Like I said,
as a teenager, I watched this movie. I own it on DVD. I don't even own the Blu-ray. That's how
me
long
too.
I've had
Me
it.
too. It's the one that has the widescreen and the full screen on
Yeah.
either side.
Yep.
Yep.
Now, I don't look at this movie with the rose tinted because it's just you don't need to.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I give this movie a 7. It's watchable. It's not a world beater. Maybe a 7 is a little generous, but I've seen it a million times and I like it. And I want, I know my friends like it, and if and when I ever have children, they're gonna like it too.
Yeah, because they're gonna fucking watch it
You're gonna goddamn right.
every year.
By the way,
Yeah.
when I went and saw Halloween the other night,
Yeah.
a ridiculous amount of like
Young kids?
children, like with their parents.
Yeah, bro.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm talking like 5 and 6-year-olds were in there.
You know, a movie fucking had some of that going on that fucked me up. Fucking Joker.
Really?
Yeah.
Joker.
Well, I can understand some people thinking it was a Batman-esque whatever and not watching a trailer and be like, okay, it's
Sure.
about the Joker. Yeah. But this movie, it's called Halloween Kills, bro.
Yeah. And I'm not saying anything about the movie, but some of the kills are fucking rad.
Hell yeah, dude. Ah!
Some of the kills are rad.
I might watch it tonight. I don't know.
The stairwell
I'll
one?
let you guys know when I watch it.
It's on HBO Max. So you don't have to go to the theater.
The stairwell one is good.
I pirate everything.
Or just do that, yeah.
The black lady in the kitchen.
Although I do
Oh,
want to
yeah,
go see it
yeah.
in theaters. I think it'd be a good theater movie.
Oh, it's a great
It's-
theater
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
It's just God. And I know why they did what they did because they got other. It's just
There's another movie coming out. I get
Yeah,
it
yeah,
too.
but
I would
God
say the best
damn
part of the
it.
movie, Big John and Little John.
Big John.
Little John. And if you notice, Big John had a small knife, and Little John had a big knife.
Yep.
It's fucking hilarious. And you know what's cool? They didn't like.
Every time that dude came on screen, though, I just wanted to stand up in the middle of the theater and go, "Look what I can do! Look at it!"
Is it that fucking guy?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That is the best part of that whole movie.
He plays a homosexual in this film.
And it's cool because they don't really like care that they're homosexual. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing like, oh, these guys are gay.
No, you just
It's
you
literally- they're
get
just
the
a
fact
couple.
that they're
I'm
Yeah.
really
gay,
glad that like that part of our culture is over where it's like,
Yeah.
where it's like a big deal. Like nobody cares. Nobody
Right.
cares.
Where we live is getting better, but dude, down south it's still.
Oh,
a thing.
you,
Well, fuck down south then. They're fucking idiots.
I know it's very
100%.
backwards,
Like,
but I mean, dude,
I would say like pop culture as far like is what I mean. Like culturally, pop culture. Like okay, like when Ellen Page like had like a big speech
Mhm.
that she came
Elliot
out.
Page.
Elliot, you're right. Yeah. Well, Elliot Page had a big speech that, I mean, at the time, that he was gay.
Sure.
I remember being like, are we still doing this? Like, we're still announcing that?
Sure,
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you just were gay. Like,
Right,
I
yeah.
didn't know that people cared anymore. That you like, and I'm sure that's empowering for people who
ready
still
for that
like
show to
struggled
come
with
back
all
too.
that.
By the way,
Um,
Umbrella Academy,
Umbrella, yeah.
2022, apparently.
Oh man, yeah. Klaus is awesome.
Dude, so random. When season 2 came out, I binge watched 1 and 2, and they put out some Funko Pops, and I collect pops, and I pre-ordered a Klaus and a Vanya, and the Vanya came. This was a year ago,
Mm.
and I like emailed the company a couple times over the year, like, "Hey, can I just get like the $9 back for the fucking pop?" Showed up yesterday after a year.
That's
Wow,
random
Klaus?
as hell.
Klaus.
All right, that's
We
cool.
can't beat that then.
Yeah, I was pumped. I was like, "Holy shit!" Because
yeah.
Forgot about this.
but because they're not rare.
Sure.
It's just that they sold out of their pre-order. They sold too many pre-orders.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You could go on Amazon right now and get it. It's $11.
I didn't see I didn't see any pops at your place, man. Where do you keep those?
You were stoned. They're literally right under my TV.
I didn't look at your
Yeah,
TV.
they
I was looking at your
definitely are.
records.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have
Mm.
I only have
7 or 8 or something.
no, I have 20.
Is it that many?
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess you're right. Whatever. That's still cool.
and I got 2 more at Target the other day. For some reason, they were like discounted. They had an Ovi one marked down to like $3
Buy it. Yeah.
and a Kramer.
Oh, I
marked
was
down
just gonna
like
say
$3.
those are the ones I want to buy. The Seinfeld ones.
I've got a Kramer. I'll give it to you. It was $3. I'll bring it right over here.
All right. Perfect. Right up there with the Seinfeld set.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm up to episode 9 on season 2,
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
where
Going through it.
Jerry.
It's getting better, right?
Jerry and Jerry and Elaine are trying to talk themselves into the friends with benefits.
Oh yeah.
Like, we want this, but we kind of want that on top of this.
What
but
about
we don't-
sleeping over? Do we sleep over, or do we keep going, or
What about
how does it work?
no phone calls the next day?
Right.
Yeah, type shit.
They really hit on some shit that's still going on today, and that's why that show just will always stand the test of time.
I do not want to age myself.
Mhm.
Too
About
bad.
to.
No, let me rephrase that. I don't want to sound like an old curmudgeon,
Okay.
but God damn it, I honestly think the world would be so much, not better, like I don't want to, but cooler if cell phones did not text and did not have the.
I agree with you 100%. I feel like it makes
Remember having
everybody
to call people and make plans?
That's what I'm
and,
saying.
like,
It makes everybody lazy, right?
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't tell you your phone number right now, but back in the day when I had to call my friends, I
Yeah.
fucking knew your phone number.
So my buddy's dad is the screen printer that's making the shirts for the band.
Yep.
He's moved since then, but they kept the same phone number.
Mm-hmm.
Knew it by heart
There you go.
because he was my best friend's dad.
Right. Because you had to call them all the time.
Yeah.
And you make plans and whatever.
Or
Or
hey, we
remember,
playing street hockey? Yeah, I'm on
yeah,
the way.
Here's my thing about that. Like, I remember back in the day, you made a plan. You
stuck to it.
You had
Exactly.
to. There was,
You're right.
Yeah.
I'll meet you
There was no
here at
canceling
8
5
o'clock.
minutes ahead of time.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're there, you're standing around. That person's there fucking 8 o'clock. Because if they're 15 minutes late, you're leaving or
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
doing something else. Where now it's like, oh shit, I'm running late, or oh fuck, I haven't got off the couch yet.
Or
Like,
because something cooler came along in the
Right.
last 10 minutes, which
Exactly.
is
Yeah,
fucked
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
the world's fucked now.
I
You're
just,
right.
dude. And like I said, I'm not trying to sound like an old curmudgeon, but when I watch these old sitcoms, these older movies, it's like I think they were having more fun
It seems like it, yeah.
without the smartphone.
I think you're spot on with what's one of the problems with the world today.
You pay
Obviously,
attention to
yeah.
more of your surroundings.
Yep.
You talk to people more.
Mhm. I don't like doing that. When I'm out somewhere, my phone stays in my pocket unless somebody's calling me or I need to check something because someone's saying, hey, what about this or where we're
Allie
going?
is really, really good at that. She barely looks at her phone.
And that's good.
Barely.
Good.
I wish I was like that because I thumbed through whatever the fuck, and then all of a sudden an hour and a half went by. I'm like, what am I doing?
Where am I at? Yeah.
Probably
I'm one of those people who I don't like post on Instagram or Facebook or anything. Like,
Most of what I post on Instagram is my dog. But
yeah, and that's
I-
fine.
under-
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying.
Right. I don't go somewhere and I go, hey, look where I am. Hey,
Like
look what
doing
I'm
it-
doing. Look
yeah.
what I'm doing
Doing
today.
things
Look what I'm
for the
eating.
gram. But then again, this, like you said, might just be aging ourselves. Like we might just not get it culturally.
Yeah, but
to me,
I'm guilty of doing that.
To me, it's all
I'm
just an
guilty of
exercise
doing
in
that.
like it's all an exercise in like ego and vanity. Like I can't.
Oh, dude.
If I
you don't
like
think, you don't
try
think
to
I eat likes? I love likes.
if I try
Eat
to
'em.
take
No,
if I
no.
try to like think like like remove myself from like my vanity and ego, I'm like I don't even see why I have social media at all. Like if I want somebody to see something, I will text it to that person. I don't need to share it with the general.
My plan
everybody
at
I've
the
ever
beginning
met.
of this year was to get rid of all social media.
Yeah,
I have not done it.
I'll fucking do it right now. Like
I mean,
No, you need the Facebook to run the
I haven't
page.
had.
oh, fuck. We were just talking about this.
I
yeah.
haven't had a Facebook in 6-7 years.
Sure.
I had it for a couple weeks earlier this year because my dog breeder only dealt through Facebook, which is weird.
Stupid.
See, that shit's so irritating too. Like, I want to know what's up with like bands and stuff in town.
Yeah, and you need to be on. Yeah.
I can't
And-
keep up with shit unless I'm on Facebook.
Right, and to run the band page we got, to run this
You know what?
page, I got to be on Facebook to do it. and
I
it's
don't.
shitty.
I truly do like Instagram. I like I like seeing like Tiffany posts like cool meals all the time.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
seeing what y'all are eating or
Sure.
what y'all are doing.
I get that.
People's kids,
Sure.
my dog, people's dogs. The political stuff hasn't fully infiltrated Instagram yet.
And I don't think it will because you have to post a picture. And yeah, you can post a political picture, but
Right.
it's just not. I can't sit there and then comment and go through and everything.
Right.
You can, but it's just mind numbing compared to
just-
Facebook. Yeah.
And my Twitter's about to go away too. The only reason I'm on Twitter is like wrestling, literally wrestling
Makes
and
sense.
hockey.
Yeah. I was on Twitter for a while, and then I was like, I don't need it. And if I needed to get on to see something, I could just click the link to go to the Twitter thing and look at it.
I just wish whoever hacked Facebook
Yeah,
a
did
couple weeks ago
everything too.
just deleted it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know they
that
had
was
the power to.
Oh
that
yeah.
would have been awesome.
Just
No.
get rid of it.
But they didn't because they were doing it for a reason.
Right.
Give
To
me
get-
money.
Yeah, and they got it.
Now they're back up. So hey, by the way, we are on Twitter. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. If anybody
Not
wants to
for
fucking
long.
maybe not. I don't know. But we are at the Decision Reel on all those. Our Twitter right now, we're getting some good follows. We're doing some stuff up there. We're getting some good, how would I say, connections
Making friends.
Making friends. With that, I'm gonna say next episode we are actually doing a crossover episode with a podcast called "What's Your Least Favorite Scary Movie?" We have hosts Trav and Jess who will join us next week.
Will they be phoning in?
They will be on Discord, so it's going to sound really good.
Where are these guys out of?
I have no fucking idea.
I guess we're going to find out next Monday, huh?
Yeah, I guess we're going to find that out.
What shitty movie are we watching, Steve?
We're going to watch Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead.
I figured let them pick it just because it's going to be a Halloween-centric episode because that will be Halloween.
It'll be our last spooky season movie.
Exactly. So I figured
You said it.
we would have...
I hate it.
I hate it, but I'm going to say it. I figured we'd have them on just because they do only scary movies.
Yeah.
And it would be a cool crossover episode to do it with the Halloween thing and everything. And Pumpkinhead is a great, shitty Halloween horror movie. Yes, I have.
God damn it. You've seen everything.
There's not much that I haven't. And I
some bitch.
Yeah, I know. I will say up until like 2015, I watched almost any movie that came out. And then for whatever reason, I think it had to do with the Fast Five movies.
Yeah.
That I was like, I can't.
I just don't want to fuck
I
with
can't.
movies anymore.
Yeah.
They literally ruined cinema for you.
Yeah, pretty much. I was just like, this is getting too much.
Movies are out. I'm out. I'm done.
Right. And then I was like, I don't need to watch every movie, you know? So, but since then. But we didn't get to George's George's score or my score yet.
I've been thinking a lot about it. Probably, I'll say a 7. It's much better than I expected. 6. I'm gonna say 6.
6.
It's not that great.
It's not good, but it's so entertaining that you can't not watch it.
It was
with
pretty entertaining, but there's no substance to this movie. No substance.
That's what makes no sense about it, right? Like, why is it entertaining if there's no substance to it?
Yeah. There's nothing to chew on.
Is it the style of the movie?
That is literally all it offers is like mild entertainment. Barely more than mild. Like the special effects are okay. The
They're not even good.
Is okay.
The part where they're like jumping at each other looks so bad.
Yeah, like I don't really know what it is about this movie that like keeps my attention, but somehow it does.
I know.
Gets a solid 6, I guess. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to give it a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Good old 7. Just because, again, the same thing that you said, like the movie's not good, but it's so entertaining that it just keeps your focus, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if it's on TV, like, dude, seriously, last night I got home and I started watching it again because it was on just because I was like, Tiffany, you didn't watch this, let's watch it. And we started watching it and then I was like, fuck it, let's go to bed. And I don't know, something about it. I'm going to watch this movie every year just for spooky season all the time. I got the giant fucking poster. I don't care. So,
yeah.
With that being said, I think that about does it for this episode. Thanks for everybody who's listening and tuning in, even though tuning in's not a thing because it's not the radio.
Yeah, sorry about my lack of enthusiasm today.
It's all good.
I'm going through one.
He's going through it. It's all good. You showed up. You're here.
I won't give you shit like you gave me shit.
Well, at least I'm here, bitch. Ooh. Ooh.
Getting them.
I deserve it. It's fine.
It's all good. Yeah, it's all good.
I don't care that much.
I know you don't.
It's all good. But we're here. We're doing things. Like I said, if you want to reach out to us on our socials, we're on the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter.
Yeah.
Say something. Request a movie. Whatever. We're here to do anything you guys want to do. If you want to guest spot, whatever, even though Brent's like, I hate guests, apparently, we're going to still have guests on.
I don't hate guests. I just don't want too many.
I don't want too many. It's fine. We're good with that.
But yeah, reach out. We do like the interaction of our listeners, for sure.
For sure. George, what do you got to say?
Thanks for listening.
All right. I like it. Perfect. Where are we? Thanks for listening. It's all good. All right, but thanks, guys.
Bye.